So Adam, it started.
Hello! Welcome back to Watch That Brick. I'm Adam, I used to fuck guys like you in prison. I'm joined today again by the usual suspects. She lives in our hearts, rent free. It's Carmen, not for long.
Hi.
The devourer of worlds, Mario 3D worlds. It's Jack.
Hello. You're so good at them.
And Backstreet's back again. It's Brady.
Oh my god, you brought it back.
Yep. And I'm very excited.
Yep.
Some have said, myself included, we saved the best for last. We're joined today by Paul.
Well, hello.
So who's on next?
Look at me. I'm actually on for this.
We're
Jack
going
tried
to
to make a joke, I think.
yeah.
So, we're joined by Paul.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. You want to tell me? Ruin me?
No.
You got beef with Paul. We're starting off this way.
Yeah.
I wanted to start off in a wholesome environment. You're coming up, Paul.
Jack, what's your beef with me?
No.
Jack came in from work really angsty today.
I can't talk. Jack's stuttering again. I can't string a sentence together. I need to think about this. Oh my god.
Chill out.
You need to drink more.
In another 5 minutes, Jack will finish that sentence, but let's carry on.
Well, I discovered something this week. So, a friend at work actually brought it to my attention. You can't speak. Friend at work brought it to my attention. Shout out to Declan. I don't know if you know this.
Fucking Decky.
Al Dackham.
You may be aware, we drink a lot of alcohol in this house.
What?
Yeah.
Do you?
I know.
Wow.
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of dry periods, but when we do drink alcohol, we drink a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, we do. And what's the worst part about drinking alcohol?
When you
Running
don't
out
eat
of it.
beforehand.
Oh.
Okay, everyone talk at once.
When you don't.
Survey says.
Okay. The worst part about it, drinking alcohol is having to go and get the alcohol.
Alright.
So, Declan told me about this service. It's a delivery app. And it apparently delivers alcohol to your house.
It's called Dial a Drink. There's one at least called Dial a Drink.
There's a couple different services. I
Yeah.
looked into it
Dial
more.
this wall.
But I thought, getting drink delivered, how good could that be? So, what I did,
Oh no.
about
Like, what is it?
about an hour and a half ago,
Is this why you have an empty glass?
that is why I have an empty glass,
Not
was
like it.
I went on to this service, and I
Fizzy
ordered...
Ribena?
Ah, no way.
Oh, what?
I ordered a bottle of Captain Morgan's and a mixer.
I thought you were about to pull out a bottle of Kraken, and I would have slapped
Oh,
right there.
whoa.
I thought about getting Kraken for Jack, but that always goes wrong, so I decided against it.
Remember
So, yeah.
Jack came in and was like, no, I'm not going to drink tonight.
Yeah.
And now you.
Yeah, but
You enjoying that beer?
this sweet nectar called my name.
I will also enjoy a drink with you fellas.
No, I
Here, here.
understand whenever you run... whoa, are we cheersing?
Are we
No.
cheers?
Why did everyone take
No.
a sip at the same time?
Are we not allowed to be thirsty at the same time, Carmen?
I'm pouring
No.
my newly bought
Parched.
Kraken, or not Kraken, Captain Morgan's, there we go.
My solution to running out of drink is
The vomit back up.
bulk buying it.
Yeah?
Every time like I'm in Asda or something
Economies of
and it's like lower in price, I'll always get like 2 litres of whatever spirit.
You see with me? You know me? Don't drink loads. I think it's my
Yeah.
first drink since New Year's.
Oh,
What was
Well, what's that?
that? Like 60 days ago? or
8
something?
weeks or
I
something?
knew you were too wholesome, Paul. You're like a bloody saint.
I'm not
Yeah.
wholesome.
Paul-
Don't give me that reputation.
Amongst
Come crashing
every
down.
person who's been on the podcast, regulars and guests, they all agree Paul is the most wholesome.
Keelan also
Yeah.
said
Yeah, because I grew
Yeah,
up.
Keelan was absolutely black, so who knows what else he said.
I would believe you if you managed to string that sentence together quicker.
I remember I needed to tell my old manager something, but I literally told her, I'll get back to you in 20 minutes because I know if I don't think this sentence through, I'm just going to be a stuttering mess.
No, but like, it pays to think of a sentence before you say it. Take your time.
Can be quite dangerous, as I can attest to. I love speaking without thinking beforehand. And
Really?
Yeah.
all comes out wrong.
I don't see you in that way.
Yeah, it's because you don't see
Some
me that
other
often.
words.
I found just fast talking
Are you
sometimes get you around it.
Yeah. Because it's like natural, like people are used to whenever they're having conversations with people like messing up sentences and your brain kind of tunes it out. Going back to your saying with the delivering alcohol,
Yeah.
a couple of questions instantly.
Of course.
Did what was the ID situation like? How did they?
Oh, really?
Yep. They did
I
not
wondered-
ask for ID.
Because I was wondering because he left. I was the one who opened the door
Yeah.
to get the alcohol. He just left it on the step, and walked away, and I was like, right, so obviously there must be some sort of like age restriction on the app itself.
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Before I turned up, speaking of someone coming, there was a guy at your door.
Was there?
When we pulled up, there was a guy at the door. He was about to rob it, and then he ran away. It was like some old bald guy, and he had like a white bag with him.
Oh no, I was looking for my keys.
No, it wasn't you, Jack. Don't worry. You aren't old. Don't worry.
Why did you wait until right now to tell us that?
Because I just remembered it. You know, I had to do my introductions, like, hello, I haven't seen you in ages first. I had to get that all done first.
Our street is notorious for rabbit doors run away.
Aye.
There's some old bald guy, old bald guy, and he went to do that, and he just, like, backed up and went down the street and drove away.
Well, I'm thinking,
So I think he's went to the wrong, obviously went to the
yeah,
wrong street.
fuck.
Do you think it was
He had a white bag.
the guy who keeps cutting our hedges?
No, it's not Hedge Guy, because he just lives across the street.
Okay.
He does, however, I saw him the other night.
Guy.
Yeah, it's this guy who lives across the street, and he'll just cut people's hedges. And he acts all innocent about it, but I think it's just to be nosy.
I think we should start tipping him so he can call it his hedge fund.
Have you got like a drum you can add into that?
Did you have to think about that, Joe?
Can I ask you a question, Jack? What is a hedge fund? So yeah, but I saw him the other night. The bins were going out, the recycling bins, and he was like across the road in someone else's recycling bin, and I don't know.
Oh
what he was
no!
doing.
I don't know if he was like
Instead?
organising it.
He was like,
Well, why would you do someone else's?
Because
Exactly.
if they have messed up their recycling bins and have like a can in with cardboard, then the recycling people won't take it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like whenever the recycling bins are left out in the street. So really, it's just the good smarting. I think.
Bit of a creep.
nosy bastard.
Yeah,
From what I
absolutely.
in these 3 minutes,
Me and
I've
Brady
read
are
about
from the school of hard knocks. We know. No one does
Paul.
that shit for free. I'm Paul. Paul's the hardest of us all.
Yeah.
it. See, you hear my muscles like?
Oh yeah. Yes.
All breaking at once.
Muscles are known to sing.
Yeah.
So
Rick, the alcohol.
So they didn't.
They didn't ask for any ID. What it was? So it wasn't even an app. It's a website. Okay, I'll give them a shout out. It's the bot drink delivery. Okay.
Right.
It
Definitely
was
getting shut down. Like,
probably
at the bottom of
yeah.
Botanic Inn?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, maybe like most
It was
of their
very reasonable delivery as well.
consumers are students, so
yeah, but you still have the check, I'm sure.
So what it was, a pop-up came up when you visit the webpage, and it said it's it's the you know the pop-up that comes up when you're on a porn website, and it's like, are you 18 plus? Yes, enter site. That's what came up.
Blurred out.
Welcome
What?
to Pornhub Live.
What's porn?
Oh,
I don't understand. Yeah, I get you.
I wonder, can you type in what drink you want?
yeah.
I wonder if we can type in Coors Banquet.
What?
Yeah, I did.
What's
from
Coors
Cobra,
Banquet?
From Cobra Kai.
Yeah, so Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai drinks this.
Oh.
It's like a glass bottle of beer, but
It's like that beer deluxe. You ever see them?
yeah, it's like, imagine a beer bottle, but without the long neck. It's just a little nub at the top.
Yeah, it looks like
Well,
a
it is.
Madison bottle.
Me and Jack have been looking for it, but
So you've just been drinking Calpol then?
exactly. Yo, Calpol's way too tasty for its function.
I miss Calpol.
I miss the wee gummy bears.
Gummy bears?
What's gummy bears?
The ones that you got in the
like the
boots.
vitamins.
Yeah, venom.
I never got those.
Yeah.
Speaking of vitamins, Paul,
Yes,
you're a fan of vitamins, aren't you?
I take one vitamin a day, you know, as a supplement for something which you can talk about.
What was the last fruit you had?
In Adam's house, and I near threw it up.
So, you haven't eaten fruit since when?
Well, like 2 years, maybe 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not know this about Paul?
No.
He doesn't eat fruit. He
Yeah.
takes vitamins instead.
Why?
Because I don't know. I have a weird mouth, okay? It does.
No.
Yeah. I remember, okay, story time. Primary 1, I was lying to my ma at the time, and like, oh, I'm eating fruit every day. And she goes to my teacher and was like, oh, it's great, Paul's finally eating fruit. And she's like, no, he isn't, he throws it out. So then one day, my granny got me home and made me eat a banana, and I cried.
Why is your teacher being so nosy?
I know, what the fuck?
No, my ma was.
But your teacher had the...
Well,
Your
just-
teacher's
well,
a snitch.
Well, in primary 1, you know, you look at your children, like, oh, make sure they're, you know, what they're doing. Because, you know, I was a little shit back then as well.
So wait, so what is it about fruit specifically? Because there's a lot of fruit.
I don't know.
There's a lot of different fruit. There's an apple. An apple's very different.
Yes, I know.
There's,
I know there's different tastes. I know
Apple's
tastes.
very different from an orange. Very different from banana. What is it
Stop,
about fruit?
really, stop trying to compare apples and oranges.
No, I wish I could tell you, but I genuinely don't know. I just remember last time you were like, oh, you're faking it. You're faking it, and then I had a bite of an apple.
Faking what though?
But I had a bite of an apple in your house, and I nearly threw it up, and you're like, oh, you're just putting that on. I was like,
You must be putting it on though. Otherwise,
my body rejected it.
you would have to be
My
like
body
allergic
rejected
to all fruit to not be faking it. You realise?
I think you need to be.
Why would I
studied.
want? I wouldn't fake it in the first place. This is my
You're just lying to yourself. It's like you're past the point of no return.
Like,
If
was
you,
there...
if you got one here, live on air,
Have I got a piece of fruit?
I'll have a bite.
I mean, I think someone vomiting on this podcast would be, pretty awesome. We can only go up. Like,
I think
Not
Be
in my
the
room.
first surprise of mine.
I've got an apple and a banana downstairs.
oh my god.
Pick your poison.
A banana.
I will force you to eat fruit. That's the
I
first
don't like
ever thing.
bananas
Yes.
either. Fucking
Yeah,
sick.
Was
no,
there
but
no,
you
like,
eat other fruit. Is the
He's
thing.
not gonna vomit in my room.
He won't vomit.
I won't
calm down.
vomit because I'll just be like, yeah, and then I find a bin.
was
Jack,
there no
think of
Bin's
traumatic
full.
Think of the
No,
content.
I generally,
start to this?
I'm just a very picky eater.
Right,
I
so
know I'm a very picky eater in general, but yeah, I don't know why. I just, it's not something I ever think of either.
Yeah.
See,
But I
have a
knew this
thing.
was I did know this was going to get brought up, so I did prepare an answer ahead.
In primary school, they used to like cut up the fruit before break time, and you had to go up to like the bucket or whatever and pick
a
up
bucket,
the fruit.
a bucket
And-
of fruit.
Yeah, and we were colour coded tables, and this time my table was the last to
Class
go
of
up.
them.
And if you didn't get up quick enough, you didn't get any of the apples or the bananas. And I went up and asked my teacher, "Oh, is this an apple?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I ate it. It was squishy. It was plum. And I was like, "Ugh." So I hid it in my bag because I didn't want to eat it. And to this day, I've not had a plum. I think it's disgusting. And I got lied to.
Paul, in my hands I hold a yellow delicacy.
Yep.
Banana.
Banana.
I can tell. I can tell.
Banana.
You can pull away.
Let's just everyone hear this.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some
That's,
ASMR.
that's what it's called.
We could probably configure these into like binaural headphones and make ASMR.
I think
if,
they
we
absolutely-
if we ever want.
I don't know
I
about
think
you.
the workers those
But my
as well.
heart
There's a
is-
setting.
Yeah.
Your heart is beating, Paul.
Yes, it is.
Oh my
Quite
god.
fast.
Paul,
Are you getting sweaty?
I'm gonna hand this.
What's the Eminem thing?
I'm gonna
Someone
hand
can
this
sing
to
it.
you.
What's your safe word, Paul?
Me, sweet, hand, sweaty.
Adam, help.
Right, Paul, take a bite. Take a bite. It's not gonna fit.
He doesn't even know how to.
It doesn't.
how
It
to
doesn't
do
know.
it.
Smack you, mate.
It doesn't know how to approach it.
I'm just afraid of the initial taste and me going
Just
like,
bite into it. There you go.
Not so aggressively, Jesus.
Or
Look
you
at that.
didn't like it. Did you bring
What
a
are
bin?
you-
Oh no!
Oh.
Did you bring a bin?
Don't even fucking think about it.
I'm not going to throw up, I just don't like the taste.
Are you gonna eat it?
I do not like the
There's
taste.
a bin on the landing.
It's fine. He's not gonna throw up a piece of banana.
He very well might.
I had to struggle to swallow that, like,
Wait,
Jesus.
I've never
Oh.
seen Brady eat a fruit.
Pretty in the fruit. Ha.
We don't tolerate Carmen, we did not tolerate that slander in this podcast.
That's like
Okay.
extremely offensive.
Is it?
Yes.
No,
It's-
F-R-O-O-T.
Yes. Yes, that's even Carmen. That's worse, you know. That is
Can you
worse.
bleep it?
I'm not bleeping that.
I don't know
I
what
wanted
it
to bring
means.
this up.
So maybe
Carmen,
I hope
homophobe?
cancel culture is real.
Yeah, Carmen's getting cancelled. I wanted to bring this up. Last week we went an entire episode without me having to bleep something.
Really?
And I wanted to bring it up before Carmen just went ahead and was like the most homophobic person
And
on
now
earth.
she's googling it to
Yeah.
try and justify herself.
Did you really not know that was like
Well-
extremely offensive?
If someone says you are what you eat, do you think
You're
someone's
gonna
a,
have to bleep this. I didn't know what it
You
meant.
did well.
do you think someone's a
You're,
walking apple?
you're gonna have to bleep it.
Well, sorry, I'm eating a banana.
Disgusting.
I didn't make a timestamp, so you're gonna have to listen
I
back.
think that it's a
I-
democratic vote whether we bleep it or not.
Speaking
We're
of
14 minutes
Speaking
in.
of democratic, what about politics?
Oh my god.
Shut
Oh,
up.
politics, Paul. Paul loves his politics.
Yeah.
Do you know what I hate in the world? Do you know what I hate?
The Mushroom Kingdom.
Politics. Hate politics.
You hate it?
Absolutely hate it.
Is that not like your
You
type
studied?
thing?
Yes, it is, and it's my degree, and I hate it. It's made me hate it.
Oh.
And I can attest to this because the other people I know from our school, me and
Yeah.
Adam and Brady's school, who also did it, it was the teachers who made us love it, not the subject
Aw.
itself.
I'd love it if you included me as an honorary, like,
You don't, no.
Member of
I
this
love
school,
that.
this memory
Doesn't
of this
even
school
go
you did not go
here.
to.
I was only down the road, like,
I know that, but it's different.
That's different, Jack.
Yeah.
You know,
It also, it's half of my degree. It's also
we were mad.
history and politics.
Oh my god. The other night, whenever Jack was telling about
That's right.
all
Now,
these people
he-
from his past,
Here's the thing.
Did he bring up the priest?
I'm a bit hesitant to bring this up. On the off chance that he's not lying and these are real people.
You saw their profiles, like.
You
I mean-
said Tyrese Gibson. He's from Fast and Furious.
apparently everyone Jack knew in school just had the most outlandish, like, out there name. And it just sounded made up.
It did, Jack. It
What?
did.
But you saw all their profiles.
You could
Remember, well, Jack, there was a guy from our school who went to your school who was Spanish. Do you remember that guy?
He knows him.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, and he was a fucking cunt.
Oh,
Oh!
the story I heard about him was that he was like in love with this girl, like an Italian girl.
No, she's from Madrid.
Yes, he was in love with her, but then he was like, I'm going to leave the church. He was like, because he wanted to be a priest. He's like, I will leave the church for you. And she was like, I have a boyfriend.
I thought it was. I thought it was a missionary.
Yeah, I was told he wanted to be a priest.
I think we should believe this.
Why?
I'm not joking. Because I saw your face and I thought you weren't like.
I also one day saw him doing magic tricks down
listen, if I'm not,
Titanic quarter.
yeah, I'm not going to believe Carmen being
In-
homophobic.
you
I'm
know,
not believing this.
He was.
Really?
What?
He was good at card
Yeah,
tricks.
he
like.
was a magician.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he'd always show people in school. I liked him as a guy. I liked him.
He wasn't a cunt, but if you didn't accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, he would have called you
Well, I wasn't. I
a
wasn't
derogatory slur towards gay people, Carmen.
Go away, because we all know Daniel.
Also starting with
text me and be like,
Well, I already
can't
have.
believe your behaviour.
I can't believe your behaviour.
You
I'm
should
really
say-
disappointed in you, Carmen. I had
Really split them up.
I had higher hopes for you.
No, wait, did you think...
It
fruit-
means
did
like
you-
the front of a car drunk or something.
That doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Did you think fruit
Not
was...
here, it doesn't.
Wicked scenario.
What did you just say?
Not Wiktionary.
Did you think fruit was spelled F-O...
No, I know
Jack, no way.
F-R-U-I-T.
Do you want
You
to
said F-R-O-O-T.
Yeah.
There's no cutting.
No, I know there's no.
I don't think anyone's fighting with the spelling of the
No.
word. I
You
think
know,
it's your use in the sentence.
I am a listener of the
I
podcast.
just thought it meant like you were a header or a melter.
So instead of calling me a header or a melter,
Pun intended. We were talking about
But what?
No, we weren't. I thought we were talking about fruits,
it.
as in what you eat or drink sometimes.
No, the more I feel about it, he really wasn't a cunt.
Stop saying it.
stop saying what?
I'm not saying it.
The C word.
He said I had a
What's
big
it
head.
Oh, I know.
Is it?
He said I had a big head because he couldn't see me. See,
Okay, let's do
No
it.
way.
We're not doing this.
see the whiteboard past my head in A-level maths?
We
You're
need.
here, Tracy Turnblad.
What?
Excuse me, who?
Hairspray.
Okay.
Oh.
Never
Or
busted.
hair's too big.
We need to get you some
can do
shots,
that.
buddy. You need to start getting these words out.
Well, no, because I don't want to fight anyone.
So Paul's only after putting me aside there and whispering and saying that you can bring up Jackson. No, he didn't say that. He
Oh, I
said
never said that.
Paul's lack of TV and movie knowledge, which he proclaims is worse than Jack's.
Oh
Because
my God.
as a regular listener and number one fan of the podcast, self-proclaimed,
Yeah.
I always hear you mention about Jack and movies. But a lot of the movies you talked about with Jack as well, never watched them.
Well, you just grew up watching The Simpsons, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wait, so,
I did.
That's your bread and
Yeah.
butter.
That's
wait,
all
so is it known that Paul has bad movie trivia knowledge? Or is what
Well,
was
that, was
talking
the whole point of me joining.
No,
I was
didn't.
I was too busy smelling Brady's burp. I didn't hear anything you were saying.
Yes, it was not Jack.
Tried to burp away from the mic, burped into Jack's face.
Oh, Jesus.
You know.
It smelled like
Burp.
rotten fruit.
Does it smell like fruit?
That's
Fruity
smell.
is.
That's the smell of banana and Captain Morgan's is what that is.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Remember the challenge that was like you eat bananas and then drink Sprite?
And then you
No.
throw up.
Oh yeah.
Throw up
Yeah.
apparently?
Yeah,
Is that a
absolutely
real
threw up.
thing?
What's that? I've never heard of that.
I was like,
I did
days
that.
of Omega.
Yeah, I did
You
that.
did it?
Only
Absolutely
Are
threw
those
up.
days over?
Should be.
Although
What
I'm-
else did you do? Did you do the salt and ice on your hands?
He did. I remember you doing that.
Oh yes, I
And
did
And
that.
burn? How long did you do it for?
I don't remember.
Was it Keel's 18th?
I
Remember we went
That
to
was like 3 years ago.
I don't think we were that old. I think it was a bit before that.
I remember because we were in that restaurant in Victoria Square, the one that all you can eat one.
Oh fuck.
Cosmo.
Yeah, we were in there and I remember you doing it.
Yeah.
Because I was either sitting ahead of you or beside you, and you did it.
I
That was a
I
big
think I was
thing.
the only person to do this. I used to put bubblegum millions into my tins of Sprite.
What? Elaborate.
He thinks he's a friggin' mad lad for doing that.
Well,
No, I used to. I don't know why.
Well, when you're from where he's from, you are mad lads for doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
No name. No name.
Somewhere near the Glen Road.
He's gonna have to believe that.
For God's
No,
sake.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's
I mean, compare where I live
25
to Jupiter.
kilometers.
Okay.
Compare where I live to the Glen Road, where I'm the closest to.
I mean, yeah, you got me there. Well done.
No, but I don't know why, because the millions used to absorb a lot of the Sprite, so you had less Sprite to drink, and it went flat really quick, and it also just tasted like bubblegum, and not Sprite anymore.
But why did you do it?
Yeah.
Because I was mad.
What age were you? Like 15?
People have
Well,
things like that,
Last
though.
week.
They do. People have these strange little things they do where they put, like, you always hear on, like, McDonald's, people getting a milkshake and putting chips in it.
I've heard people
Yeah.
do that.
And I always wonder, because there's, like, variation between how people take, like, tea or coffee. You know, you put milk into your coffee, you put sugar. Why did we stop there? Why isn't everyone putting other shit into your coffee?
Probably because they have, and then they realised, oh no,
Yeah,
this is terrible.
But you
I'm
never
not gonna
know.
do this.
Maybe if you put, like, fucking, like, pickles in tea, it's, like, the best thing ever. But has anyone tried it?
When I was on my break today, I had a pot noodle, and I was wondering, does anyone put the sachet in before they put the water in?
What?
Ew.
No, after.
No way.
It specifically says not to.
Yeah.
Do you
You're
do
not
that?
gonna
Or are you
call
just
it
asking if
No,
we do
I
it?
was just wondering.
Okay.
By the way, I think Bombay Bad Boys are better than the green ones.
You're right.
No.
Pick eater, only eat the green ones.
I've only had two. One today and one yesterday.
Bringing it back to Paul being picky eater. This is not so much him being a picky eater, more so just him eating in general. We found out, I think it was about this time last year, your Christmas dinners.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid.
So,
Up until about 11 years old, yes.
yeah, so, you know, Adam, you think of Christmas dinner with your family. What do you think of?
Heartache.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Beef,
Yeah.
mostly. Turkey.
You pregnant with them?
Jesus Christ. Stuffing.
No,
Stuffing's really what I go for. I would just eat a plate of
Yeah.
stuffing if I could.
Stuffing, turkey,
Really, just a
gravy,
plate- just a
that's
plate
the
of
sort of
stuffing?
things.
Yeah.
Just a plate of stuffing?
Yeah.
That was my Christmas dinner for many years. Just a plate of stuffing. But when I was like 5 or 6, I branched out.
Oh,
I added pizza fingers.
yeah.
Pizza fingers. Have you seen these? Have you seen a picture of them?
Yeah.
Best food I've ever had.
That's
Wait,
like
was
something
everyone
like-
else eating like a Christmas dinner and you were just eating
Well, it would have been
stuffing
me,
and pizza?
my granny, my uncle, and my ma.
Yeah.
And yes, they would have, and I would have just had that.
Oh.
I remember in first year home ec we made witches fingers.
What?
And it was
What's
basically
a witch?
it was basically chicken goujons, and you like crush up salt and salt
And pepper.
Salt.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Jack!
potato. You crush them up. You
Salt.
rub. You rub.
This is a memory you possess. You realise that?
Yeah.
Well, all I can think about is salt. Like,
You
so
like you know instead of like rubbing the chicken through flour, you rub it through red sauce, and then you rub it
What?
through. then you
what
rub
did they
it.
teach you down there?
Then you rub it through crushed up like crisp, and you had a witch's finger.
Oh,
You made it during
no, I
Halloween.
think don't eat crisps.
What?
You
I haven't
Who
eaten.
doesn't eat
I haven't eaten crisps since 2008.
What do you eat?
Yeah. What?
Very little.
Break it down. What's your go-to, like, breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Breakfast, crunchy nut,
Crunchy nut
deluxe
cornflakes?
crunchy nut,
Okay.
Okay.
or
Good
I'd have
choice.
an assortment. You know, not like Carmen where she mixes, but like different types of
Different
cereals.
ones, one after another. You're just knocking them out.
Lunch. Well, these days for my lunch, I've been having a lot of scrambled eggs recently.
Scrambled eggs for
Yeah,
lunch.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Or like a bacon sandwich, or maybe like a little chicken things from Asda.
That kind of sounds like breakfast food.
Sounds like alright lunch.
Dinners for me would be do like a pizza or like pasta, enchiladas,
Piece
a
of pasta,
korma,
enchilada.
butter chicken.
Watch
I've been
out,
branching out. I've been branching out recently.
Yeah.
now.
He's a man of the world.
But it's more one of those things. I have simple tastes, but I have been branching out recently and trying like things I never. Not because I didn't like them before. I just never had them before.
That's a good-
It only
Okay.
took.
Like
it only,
fajitas and stuff. Like I'd never had fajitas before, but like recently, yeah, I'm like.
Fucking
I
love
like these.
fajitas.
it only took the entire world shutting down before Paul ate more
Well,
than
no.
3 types of food.
Carmen, I feel like because you do mix your cereals in the morning, I feel like you.
So wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm usually either
I was
still
talking.
asleep or away to work.
I was talking.
Jack, let me finish. I'm either still asleep or away to work by the time Carmen gets up.
Well, Jack, it's better.
You mix your
Right.
cereal.
Yeah. I
fucking one person talk. When I kill you,
I put in Crave,
Right?
Which
And
grave?
whichever one I
Okay.
decide to buy, bulk buy, and then I put in Cocoa
Economies of
Pops
scale.
on top, and then I put in milk, right? And then I like to soak it for a bit and get all the Cocoa Pops like soft, and then I eat all the Cocoa Pops, and then I'll eat the Crave in like multiples of 2
So that's what she likes, don't
on
judge.
each side of my mouth. and then drink the milk at the end.
She's doing fucking calculus
Um,
for cereal.
Like, I just love
What's this,
having
like,
a really
EYP?
long breakfast.
What I was about to say is, were you a fan of like those 4-packs of cereal you used to get? They're like little boxes, and you used to mix them together. You never remember them?
They were the best.
Like
Not even
the
like 4
variety
packs.
box.
Yeah.
It
No,
was a
it
six pack,
annoyed
wasn't it?
me.
I thought it was like 8
It was
packs.
like
No, I never
10
got them.
something.
I never got them.
I just remember them in Curly's used to sell them.
R.I.P.
Can I
Curly's.
say
Yeah.
Curly's, is it too close to where we live?
No, because it's not there anymore.
Okay.
It's probably been going for about 10 years now.
Yeah. No.
I was there whenever there was a fire. Was that the fire that burnt it down?
What? Is that what happened?
It
Or
didn't
did
get
it
burnt
just get-
down. It got
Oh.
bought over by Sainsbury's. didn't it?
I went to go see Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and we all had to evacuate because there was a fire in Curly's.
This movie keeps getting brought up.
Before you bring that movie up, there was a topic that was discussed in our group chat last week about Lord of the Rings and Narnia.
Oh yeah.
I stayed out of it because I have not watched Lord of the Rings ever. I've
Neither
watched
have
one
I.
Narnia movie, and we went. I can't remember what one it was, but I went in primary school. Same
Right.
thing happened. Fire happened. We got evacuated.
Oh, what was happening in that?
I think it was the last one that came out because I sort of looked it up, and it sort of
Couldn't have been the Dawn Treader.
no, because I looked it up and
Could
matched
have been.
with when I was in school. It was like December 2010 or something. Because
Yeah.
the other one was released in like June,
It
so
was
it would have been out of term time.
2005, 2008, 2010.
Yeah, so I would have
So
been
maybe it was the last
primary
one.
7 then.
So you saw the last one before you on the first day.
And I don't remember a thing from it. The only thing I remember is we all got evacuated about 10 minutes in because there was a fire in the cinema in town.
Man, you dodged a bullet.
The fancy one.
Like Paul, I've only watched one Narnia film, and I haven't watched any Lord of the Rings films.
I've watched 2 Narnia films, and I've watched all the Lord of the Rings films multiple times, and there's just no comparison.
I just remember, but I remember you mocked me because I hadn't watched Lord of the Rings because it was again one time in your house and you were like, "Of course you've watched it." I was like, "No, I haven't."
You have to watch them.
That's what I mean.
How have you been friends with us for this long and not have done so much of this shit?
Different tastes.
Paul,
Yeah,
are
that's
you,
what brings us
Movie
together.
connoisseur.
are you a fan of high quality, artful films?
Not really a fan of films in general, to be honest.
Then are you excited for the Snyder Cut?
Could not care
We
Oh,
less.
have to
the
bring up the
Snyder
Snyder
Cut.
Cut
If
every
it's
week.
good, yeah. If it's bad, yeah. I'm not be watching it. You can enjoy it. I'll
No, but you
enjoy
don't
watching
have to worry
something
if
else.
it's bad, because it's going to be good.
You'll know, I'll say
I
this.
know nothing about it.
At the end of Lord of the Rings, the
Which-
third movie, I did cry, but I cried at the end of every single Narnia one.
Is that what you want to come out of a movie doing? Crying?
Grand.
So is that your quality for a good movie?
My
Crying.
God, the heartache.
So did you cry when you watched The Big Lebowski?
When did Marley and Me come out?
Oh fuck.
Oh,
I
don't.
never watched Marley and Me.
2009.
That was the only film I
I still
cried
saw
at. I didn't even cry when Optimus Prime died. In the 86 film, and Revenge of the Fallen.
Spoiler.
I got Marley and
He
Me
comes back to life.
spoiled, like 20 minutes before the end.
By who?
Like, my friend's mum called with her, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm watching Marley and Me," and she was like, "Oh yeah." The ending, in case you haven't seen it, and I bawled.
An asteroid strikes.
Why else would you watch Marty and Me? It's known as the film where the dog dies.
Go away. Have you ever watched Hatchie?
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it. Is that the dog that waits for his owner and he
Oh.
dies and he waits
Oh,
every
the
day?
true-
And he waits
that's
at the
just-
train station every day. For
I've heard.
his owner
I've heard
to
of the
come
story.
back.
Like it's a true story, but I know it's
Crying.
He waits every day for him,
She's actually crying.
and he never comes. And then
Yo, that's the plot of a Futurama
then he
episode.
just dies.
You bastard! I was about to go. Fans of Futurama might remember the episode where Fry's
Yeah.
dog Seymour Butts
Yeah.
did the exact same thing.
It's mad how you possess so
Yes,
much
Seymour
emotion.
Do you know how?
You can talk.
That's really sad. That
Yeah,
Boyd.
I watched that episode.
His emotion comes out when he's had a drink.
Who, Adams?
No, Adam doesn't have
Because
emotion.
he's quite the rebel.
I have emotions. I'm just way better controlling them than you guys.
I only really seem to have one. It's just rage.
I was going to say anger.
Just pure horniness.
God, I'm horny.
My dad's terrible for
Being horny? Jack, why would you bring that up about your father?
spoiling things.
He's gonna spit all out on your bed.
Spit it on my bed, I will fucking fist you.
Oh, wait.
Look
Right.
at Jack, you need to go.
You
You need to go to horny jail, mister.
Right, so Jack, your father is notorious for spoiling things.
Yes.
Ah,
Let's keep it on the tracks, people.
Speaking of tracks, that was one of the things he spoiled.
Tracks?
House of Cards.
What, Kevin Spacey's a pedophile?
Oh no, he pushes your woman into the tracks.
Yep.
And that's not a spoiler for
Spoiler.
me because I haven't watched that. I just know
A
it
few
from
weeks
spoilers.
ago, I branched out, watched a movie, American Beauty.
Oh.
Thought it was a great movie. Came out in 99. I loved the year 1999. I was like, oh, this is a great fucking movie. I wonder who's in it. Who's the main character?
Okay.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. So I was like, afterwards, I was like, oh, for God damn it.
Ryan,
You didn't know that was Kevin Spacey?
That's how bad I am with films. I didn't realise it was him.
it was 20 years ago.
No, it's not even that. So I didn't realise it was him. I watched it, I was like, oh, Christ. And it made sense afterwards. Like,
Again.
oh, Christ, it was him.
It comes down to that thing of separating the art from the artist.
Oh yeah, we were
Kinda
talking
did.
about that.
Yeah.
Remember we
not
talked
again.
about this, like with Harry Potter?
Fuck, we're not bringing up Harry Potter again.
Yeah, no, but
You said that last week as well.
In a row.
yeah. So if Kevin Spacey were to make a new movie tomorrow, wouldn't watch it. But anything that he has made up until this point,
Is it before the incident? You can watch it.
Well, since it's
well,
not like the
the
80s
incident
or
was
something.
like in the 80s.
It's not like the early
Yeah.
80s that happens.
Right, but like,
With your
that's
mom.
just an example. I mean, if any celebrity...
60.
I mean, there's a lot of Spacey between the 80s and now. Like,
Well done, you strung a sentence together.
Fuck me, Paul's on fire.
Spaggy boss.
What? Yeah, I'm proud of it. At least I
Oh
can
my
fucking string a
God.
sentence together.
We're going for personal attacks.
No.
It's
See,
just
I
getting
need-
out of
I
hand
need
quick.
the audience needs to recognise me. No one actually.
We
What's the
need to
like,
recognise.
From Paul.
like the audience, they're not going to give a fuck if it's just me. I need, you need to
off
bring
the
an
bed.
angle so
Paul,
that they come back for
Paul,
more.
I can't stress
Get off
this
the
enough.
bed.
The audience
Don't
is
get
our
off the
friends.
bed.
Exactly.
Would you give me a minute?
What's that? Brady, why is your food on Jack's
He's
face?
tying my fucking shoe.
That
You know
doesn't
he doesn't
excuse
like
it.
it. You know he doesn't like it. Jack! Why are you turning green?
What?
Like the whole.
Oh,
Jesus.
Christ.
Carmen, do you know what? Being homophobic's one thing, but not being funny is another.
Oh my god.
This is Rich coming from Jackie on like a 3 podcast streak where he was coming out of homophobia. Remember that?
Was it?
Trying to bury
Was
that
this
off.
the bleach stuff I didn't hear?
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't get the Snyder cut of the podcast, so I didn't hear it.
I can't remember any of that. I'm surprised that guy I served today didn't mention anything about the gays because he seemed to mention people. He seemed to mention.
Oh, we'll tell you the story
Yeah, do
first.
you want to
Jack.
talk about that?
Elaborate for the audience.
Do I want to?
I mean, you've brought it up.
Yes.
You have to.
Because I only sort of half seen it because I was working at the time.
You can't just leave that.
Uni work, probably.
Right. So a guy came in, was chatting away to him, and he mentioned how he used to work in B&Q, then broke his back, and he's like, "Now I broke my back, it means I don't have to wear one of them fucking things," meaning a mask, obviously. And he said, "I wouldn't wear one anyway." And every time those fuckers tell me to put a mask on when I go in the ads or something, I wanted to say, like, just fuck off. And I was like, mate, they're doing their jobs, like, leave them alone. And he's like, I know, but I know it's out there, but it's no worse than the flu. And plus they're putting aborted fetuses in the vaccine. And Big J, Jesus Christ, is coming to sort us out.
Did he
I'm
actually
gonna
say
have to
Big
put
J?
that.
He said Big J.
I love that.
You're gonna have to believe what?
The mention of JC, you know.
Why?
Because he took the Lord's name in
He
vain.
did. We
Why?
can't be
It's
doing
so
that.
fucked.
No, but
I'm just trying to piss off Carmen.
no, but you see, I love Yeshua.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to believe it because it's coming from a sincere place.
Of course.
But yeah, he's a Hmong.
Actually, I think that's a slur as well.
Shit.
I think that is absolutely a slur.
33-31.
Everything can be a slur. if you
No,
really
but I think,
put it by
I mean, those two specifically have used slurs this podcast.
You nincompoop.
Ha! How dare
Let's
you, Paul?
hope we don't be successful and this goes anywhere.
Well, we usually get cancelled well before that.
Man,
I
it's gonna
think
be.
I
They
are.
are.
Yeah.
Hey.
No,
Jack's timestamp for when he said the N-word.
What?
See, here's the thing. I'm going to bleep it, so they're going to think you actually said it.
But then they're going to know that it didn't because you had to explain that. Then you're going
He
to
could
bleep
just
that.
cut
Oh
this
no.
out.
I don't know.
Anyway, the guy wasn't pleasant to talk to, and he even says, "I'm doing in your head," and I'm like, "Aren't I?" And I just shrugged.
I like self-aware people.
See,
I don't like people who spew that kind of shit.
yeah, crazy people have really been coming out, and there is like a
Out the
certain.
closet, Carmen. Does that bother you?
Jesus.
Is that what-
Fuck, why are we doubling down on this? Can we not just move on? Lord.
See, at this point we've mentioned it so much I have to leave it in.
No, you can't.
I have to.
You can't.
None of this is going to make sense.
Brady,
None
I'll
of this
fight you. I'll
podcast.
fight you. You're taking it out.
Okay.
Do you think they came out of the woodwork?
Kind of. I think that it's made everyone a bit crazier. My dad is a prime example. He has some of those beliefs.
Oh, Jesus.
This man, and this is a fella who I regard as one of the smartest people I know, doesn't believe in COVID, despite having it.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
I've met your father many times,
How's the father?
and he still seems like just a mythical figure to me. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really know if he exists or not.
He's hard to understand. It's just, we all grew up with the internet.
Yep.
Okay, we had access to YouTube in the early days. You know,
Yep.
we were following it. Everyone has experiences of that. Adults of a certain age are only coming to grips with it now. So they're going on YouTube and there's like 1,000 fucking conspiracy videos.
Not on YouTube.
Yeah,
Facebook.
or Facebook. Yeah,
Facebook is probably the worst for it.
yeah.
That's why I deleted my Facebook.
Oh, good for you. You want a medal?
Yes, I do. It's been great. It's been great.
And they're just coming out of the woodwork with all these insane notions and just thinking it's facts.
Yeah.
Whenever it's just a load of bollocks.
I mean-
they're not used to it.
See, he says they're putting like aborted fetuses in vaccines when, I mean, it's like a perversion of like the actual truth, isn't it?
Why? What is the actual truth?
It's just some protein that you get from stem cells called adrenochrome or something. It's not even in the COVID vaccine. It's in certain vaccines, but not the type of vaccine COVID is. So there's always a grain of truth.
Yeah, but like the way they present it is as if
Yeah,
they're,
like
taking,
they just put a baby in a blender.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
But
baby
that's how
in a
people
blender.
justify that. That's how people, justify their beliefs. There's a grain of truth. Run with it,
Yeah.
and then spew from that.
So where do flat earthers get off? I wonder. Where does that come from?
Australia.
Most of them are. It's a biblical thing. I mean, there's so much references in the Bible that says the Earth's a circle and has corners and has pillars that hold it up.
Yeah.
And then I think there's the contrarians, and then I think there's the people who genuinely believe it. But I think it's died off in recent years. I think it sort of peaked in 2016 or 17.
Yeah, there was a documentary about recently called Behind the Curve, which was really good.
Which I believe is controlled opposition,
Yeah,
by the way.
but it's just people, it always boils down to, no matter what kind of sect or conspiracy it is, it always boils down to the main players in that conspiracy. It's just a way for them to feel important. That's usually what it's
like
for.
having sacred knowledge that no one else possesses gives them a sense of superiority.
Yeah, it's like one of the main guys who in the Flat Earth is Mark Sargent, your man.
But he people think he's a grifter anyway.
Yeah, but they become these kind of like
Mythical figures.
mythical or like celebrities in this small little group, and it makes them feel important. And then you can kind of imagine it, and like have some sort of empathy for them, like the feeling of, oh shit, I've committed to this now. I'm known as like this guy. I have to keep it going. So they're kind of fooling themselves.
But also, he's making money off of merchandise. Was there not a whole part of that
Yeah.
documentary where he's talking about making these, well, not globes, but planes,
Yeah,
and they have to be accurate, even though they can't be accurate because Australia isn't a fucking
real country, it doesn't
yeah,
exist.
yeah. But you can also see like right after make these, right? Because I'm making money from these.
At the heart of it, it's always money. They're always trying to sell some shit,
Yeah.
isn't it? Anyway, buy our merch. We're going to be opening up a
Yeah, so our next section is Best Ben 10 Alien.
I actually, hold on, I didn't even notice we all wore the shirt today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. represent, brother.
We'll get you on, Paul, don't worry.
It's
Thank you very much.
taken us so long to get to this point.
Yeah, but we did it without like being told this time. We
Yeah.
just did it naturally.
organically.
When it
Organically,
flows,
yeah.
it's better.
When it flows, it's better.
Okay.
That from Paul.
Yeah, so Best Ben 10 Alien.
Oh my god,
Is
Jack,
this
are
is
you
this
all
your
right?
topic for the podcast today? Which Ben 10 Alien is the best? How is anyone going to argue it's not Accelerate?
Yeah, I was
No.
going to say accelerate.
Well, you're wrong. Okay. The best
Paul
Ben-
has never watched Ben 10. That is the
No,
least giving.
no, Paul!
I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
What?
Can never get into it. But I remember
What?
What cartoons did you watch when you were younger?
Simpsons.
Not aside from the Simpsons.
I would have watched
Jetix?
Nickelodeon,
You like
Jetix, CITV.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really watch Cartoon Network unless I was in my cousin's house.
Listen, the
Because I didn't have
best,
Sky.
the
Until I
best
was
Ben
about 10.
10 alien is Diamond Head. Clearly.
You know what?
No,
You're totally
Chromosome.
right.
No,
You're totally right, Brady. It is
no, see, I always thought there was
That's a
all in Alien Force. The aliens were spiritual successors. So Jet Ray was obviously the spiritual successor to Accelerate.
Was he? He could fly?
But he's fast. Swamp Fire, Heat Blast, Chromostone, Diamond Head, Goop, Upgrade maybe?
Yeah.
You've lost me.
People, you've lost him. You've probably lost everyone.
Yeah.
Grey Matter, Echo.
Yeah.
You know what? Grey Matter. I'm gonna say it. Fuck him.
Arctic
Useless
Wana.
heel.
Nobody's smart.
Oh, look at me.
Arctic
I'm
Wana.
smart. I'm like a little
Big Chill.
frog.
He wasn't a fraud.
You look like a little frog. Well, we invented it or whatever the fuck.
I think
They-
I have a lot of knowledge.
That is
about
the
it.
fucking race that invented the Omnitrix.
That's what I just said. Who gives a shit? Why would you make something that can turn people into cooler versions of you?
You know who was cool? Wrath.
Oh, I remember Wrath. He was like the
Armadillo.
Wrath was like a tiger who was like he just screamed everything he said and spoke in third person, and he was just really funny.
Yeah.
Who was the cannonball one?
Cannonball.
Yeah, they got a little bit less inventive.
Yeah.
He was the besides the original 10, Cannonball was 11, wasn't he? He was the first one to be added.
I think so, yeah.
And then Wild Vine.
Oh, yeah.
The lore goes deep with this one.
Yeah. God. I've told you this. Remember, do you remember me saying this? Well, like back in P6 and P7, everyone was collecting match attacks and the book they came in so they could like organize
I
them.
still have
I
them.
remember
But
that.
I was collecting the Ben 10 stickers and putting them in the Ben 10 sticker book.
Jack?
And you know what always annoyed me? The fact I put Wild Nut on upside down.
Oh no.
Jack, I'm not joking, you may say. I was doing the exact same thing.
Yes.
I collected
Did
match
you put
attacks.
Wild Nut in upside down?
No, I put it in red. I had to fucking
He wasn't a
put it in
stupid
chat.
chick.
I used to collect the Doctor Who cards.
I remember
Nice.
playing Doctor Who.
I remember you
Top
mentioned it
Trumps.
last week.
Yeah.
I used to collect James Bond cards. There
Really?
used to be like a James Bond magazine and it would come like cards and stuff and like you'd have like little figurines.
They're the ones that get you. The first issue's like fucking
Yeah, it's like
2 quid,
1919 and then
the
it was
next
like £4.
no 11.
What was it that much?
Because I
I can't
remember
remember now.
getting
Like,
the DC chess pieces. Remember them?
I just remember I had to go to
Yeah.
a specific shop around my area and get the magazine because it was the only shop that sold it and it was on a Tuesday.
There was such like
Yeah.
there was like a myriad like different shit you could buy in your kid, like
Magazine shit.
magazines or cards. Like you had match attacks, you had the
Slam attacks.
all that shit. Remember we were talking about it the other day. You remember shag tags?
Oh
Yes.
my god. Yes.
no.
I
You don't
remember
remember
shag
them?
tags.
What is a shag?
There were these little like bangles, like little plastic
They were,
bangles.
like thin, colourful, and
Oh.
every colour stood for a different section.
So-
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Shag tags.
So
yes.
apparently, this is how it would go. You go to school and people would have these like
On them,
bracelets
they were-
on them.
Yeah.
Each colour corresponded to a different like sexual act. Bear in mind, these
We're like-
kids are like 10
we were
years
like
old.
9 or
Yeah.
10 years old.
And if you broke it with someone, you
You
had to
do that
then
thing.
perform
Yeah,
it.
so
And like they all had Jack.
white
Yeah.
was everything. Black was
Hardcore sex.
hardcore sex.
Wait,
Uh,
before we continue, there were two people who I was walking home with one day in primary 6, and they broke it together, and they started crying in the streets like, I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to have
Purple.
sex with you either.
Purple was blowjob, I think.
Red was lap dance.
Was it?
Because I remember, because someone gave me one, I was like, no, I don't. I never collected it. I knew about them. I was like, I don't want this. Don't. I don't want to start this.
What was green? Was that just? Was green?
Probably like a
Piss?
hug or something. I don't know.
But you see, at the time, it seemed like such a like whatever thing. It was just like the hot shit at the minute.
Yeah.
But looking back on it, that's really disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people
I
think,
remember
like,
people were like, oh, you have to go to a chemist and all and buy them, and you have to be like,
when
get
people
an older boy to get it for you. Know.
Yeah.
when people think like
Malarkey.
like TikTok and all is degrading kids' minds,
Yeah.
it was already a fucking thing.
It's something every generation.
I mean, I feel like we were a lot more creative about it, though. Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, everyone thinks that. Everyone believes that. Everyone believes that the generation below them are worse.
I
And
think our
the
generation.
generation above them are worse.
I think our generation was cruel. Like, me and Adam were talking about Manhunt, where you beat the letters,
yeah.
the letters out of people.
What?
I think you had a
no,
different name.
you beat
Ladders, we just called it.
Ladders,
We
yeah.
just called
So
it ladders. Manhunt was a different game where you
Yeah.
just beat
Manhunt's
the
just
crap
where
out of each other.
you like grab
Yeah.
someone and then
So-
they're on you like run around trying to get
So-
them. And they're on your team. You have to find other people.
Ladders was a game where you get your group of friends together and say you would split up into two teams and say there was 5 people on one team. They would come up with a 5-letter word. Each person would get a letter.
Okay.
Then they would run, and the other team had to catch them and beat the shit out of them
I never heard of
until and interrogate them to get their letter. And then you would collect letters and try and put
that.
together the word. So a little bit of violence, a little bit of
SEX.
literacy, very educational.
One we would have played. It's sort of like Manhunt. It's a variation. Ball tag.
Okay.
It's basically you just run around and you just throw a ball at
Tag
someone.
your balls.
So like one person has a ball and they're like running like around the local streets, and then if you see someone, you throw the ball at them. and you have to hit them, and then they're on your team.
That sounds like griff ball.
So it's a bit like dodge. You know, it's like a bit like dodgeball, but you're like all over the place. Because then you hit them, but they join your team.
We were quite a violent generation.
We had
Still are.
coloured eggs where there was a wolf, a mother hen, and everyone else was their eggs. And the mother hen assigned everyone a colour, and the wolf would come up and be like, "Hello, mother hen, got any red eggs?" And then the red egg has to run around the playground and get back without getting caught.
There was such like a mad amount of just like little games you play as kids.
Oh, mine weren't in the playground. Like in school, we weren't allowed balls at all. Because our playground was too small. Actually,
It was a school of
like
eunuchs.
play football or anything, or like play dodgeball. Like we used ball caps. We would use those because we weren't allowed like proper footballs or anything to play.
I felt like
too small.
I felt like a proper badass when I did that thing with the hula hoop,
What?
where you throw it, but you throw it so that it
like
comes
goes back.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What was your favourite playground games?
I think I brought this up. I was the yo-yo guy in school.
That's so cool.
I just played with the yo-yo all the time, and I could do like all sorts of tricks.
Man, you peaked at an early
I
age.
really did. I could never walk the dog. That's my one regret in life. But yeah,
Oh, right.
All of them.
You can still do it now, go back to it. But I tell you, if I see you walking around the house with a yo-yo, I'm making so much fun of you.
Well, Jack, what was your favourite playground game? Or was it the one you mentioned?
See, like in P2, there was another playground. It was smaller and it had a lot more stuff to do. And there's these they're like foam feet, and they're big, and they had ropes, and you would have held onto the ropes, which were attached to the foam feet, and you would have walked like this. You don't know what I'm doing because
Did that pick
No, I can understand.
it's like just imagine you're hiking with two sticks.
Yeah.
But you have them in your toes.
So
Yeah.
that was your favourite game?
Oh no, it was not. When I was 6, I wanted to be an engineer, and there was like all these blocks and pipes. There's these blocks and pipes you can make into things, and I made one into a turret that you could sit on.
you did all that from your wheelchair.
No, I was 6.
I made it into a turret?
Yeah,
in a school.
double world.
Oh wow.
That was the key priest of his room.
What about you, Alan? What did you play in the playground? What's your favourite game?
Me and Keelan, it's not so much a game. It was more of a civic duty. You remember those like tennis rackets, but they were just solid plastic and like 6 feet thick.
They were really thick.
Me and Keelan, especially during like the hotter months, we'd run around the playground just beating the fuck out of wasps. Just beating wasps to death. So that was the sort of game that was really funny. But probably the best game that I enjoyed the most was Stuck in the Mud. Can't go wrong with Stuck in the Mud.
Yeah.
Classic.
Mine would be
You never played Stuck in the Mud? No.
I feel like we should go outside afterwards and play Stuck in the Mud.
Jack, it's basically chasing people, but then if you get tagged,
Gotta go like that.
you gotta stay still
team
until
pose.
someone else comes over
Statues.
and tags
And
you.
runs under.
Someone who hasn't been stuck in the mud, they have to run underneath you, and then you're free.
Did you ever used to play chases around the electric box?
Yes.
Yes, actually, weirdly enough.
Yes, down the street from me.
But was it just a brown cube?
No, ours was green up against the wall.
But was it just a cube?
Nah,
'cause
more of a cuboid.
We were basically running around a cube for like an hour.
They are ugly as shit, which is why I appreciate, you may have seen like around town, it's been happening a lot more recently. There's like
5G towers.
No, it's like an artist or artists, like street artists, will paint the electric boxes around town with like cool kind of like little images or murals, portraits, and I think it really adds a lot because they're just fucking eyesores. There's no point in
Yeah.
Enticing kids to go over to them and walk around.
chase around them.
Yeah.
Zap themselves. No, I hated the kids who used to be like statues, which meant pause game basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
You never shut up about Paul's game.
Yeah, because if users are doing something and I don't want to do it, I want to pause the game.
You can't pause the game of life, my man.
It's pretty life, yeah.
College real life.
Carmen, what about your favourite game?
Mine was TV initials.
What's this?
So there was like a speaker, and then you were all on the line, and they'd be like, okay, it's a TV show beginning with DW.
Doctor Who.
Right, well, hold your horses, you get disqualified for that. You have to run down to the line, back up, and
How
shout
many
out,
friends did you
Doctor
have?
Who. Other
What
friends.
I'm talking about primary school.
Yeah,
games.
were they
And
all
then
now?
you-
Do you like break time or lunch
I'm
time?
a fucking friends list. Message him right now. But
Oh, but
then
when
you got to go up and pick a TV initial. It was great.
Mine would have been this game Bulldog.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Bulldog.
Bulldog,
Yeah,
Bulldog.
so that was the only
Bulldog.
one we could play. As I said, the yard was tiny, but that was the only one we.
Everyone's skill banned.
Bulldog,
Bulldog.
Bulldog, who you
We
Bulldog.
were playing
No.
Boondog in like 4th year. Adam. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
I sustained the bad end.
Oh, is this when you used to like?
Did ya?
Is this when you used to beat each other up on like the pitches?
Yeah, we went through
I heard
this.
This was pre me, but like I remember hearing
Did we
stories.
play Bulldog?
What?
Secondary school?
We played,
From what I
we
remember,
played Boondog, yeah, but it was like way more violent Boondog because obviously we were, 6 feet tall and jacked.
I was
Man.
gonna say, from what I remember, when I was playing football, I'd always see you just over in like the wee grassy area, just like all this like standing there, like beating each other.
Yeah, we were fucking
And I was
lady
over on the other
killers.
side. I was over on the other side, just watching. He's like,
Wait.
Christ,
Our particular
I don't want to be friends with these guys.
our particular friends group, Adam, yeah, we were a bit weird.
That's not weird.
We used to beat each other up at lunchtime, basically. Just to see.
Like Flag Kick Friday.
We just
Yeah, that's
football.
right, Flag Kick Fridays.
I remember when the sun used to come out, like summertime, in our school, which was down the road from their school.
The loser school man.
Like there was a proud tradition of there was a bank in the yard.
Oh, banking people.
No, you will lay on the banks, but if you were standing, someone just had to spear you.
Yeah, that's banking people.
It's
Yeah,
Banking.
but more banking being more just pushing people. To
Oh, no,
stand.
yeah, I used to
use-
scare them.
I would used to get the people in first years or something. You
Really,
know,
you did horrible stuff in school.
I did horrible stuff, and I had horrible stuff
What was
done
it
to
like
Which-
me. Okay,
you going, what are you going to talk about it?
not really, no.
It's
Oh.
That is super dangerous though, because we had like really large like grass banks, and people would regularly throw kids down
Yeah.
a like 100-meter long grass
Like these,
bank
like,
at a
15
45-degree
but like
angle.
these 15, 16-year-olds attacking like 11, 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, did someone not like put a firework in a first year's bag down the hill?
Well, there was the guy.
A guy in my form class got the back of his head lit
Yeah.
on fire.
That's right.
He
That was really funny.
He
I
remember. That's one I remember.
The kid
remember
that
seeing him out
fell
there.
through the staircase.
Yes, that
I
is
was going to
my
bring that up as well.
that
I
is
was
my
gonna bring that up.
favorite thing I've ever
'Cause I-
witnessed.
Because he
You're
saw
evil.
Adam saw it, and I never saw it, but he told me about it, and I was
I
gobsmacked.
saw it as well. I was on a different floor, and I saw it. Like me and Adam were in 2 different
Please tell the
floors. and
story.
we
This is
each
I want
saw
to
it.
bring. I
That's
want
the
to
good
bring
thing
this up.
about it. There's 3 floors you could see it from. No, it's right. So me and Daniel, who also went to this school, we were walking out of a room at the end of the day, and it was those kind of staircases where they wrap around themselves, and there's kind of like that thin kind of gap down the middle of them.
Yeah.
And we walked out, and there was just a kid perched, bringing it back to Lord of the Rings, like Gandalf. And he was like, he had his elbows up, he was hanging on for dear life, and he looked at me and Daniel straight in the eyes, and then slipped away, and he was gone, and we looked down. We were at the top floor, we looked down 3 floors, and he was gone, and we started pissing ourselves.
So what I see, I was on the second floor, essentially the middle floor, right? I'm walking. I think I was getting scolded by a teacher or something. I was walking on my own. So this is why I didn't bring this up to you till like 2 months ago.
Well, that's the
because
thing.
I
didn't
thought
know,
I hallucinated
I didn't
it.
know you're part of the story. That's why I'm shocked now, knowing you know about it as
I
well.
thought I hallucinated it because I was the only person in the corridor. I was walking down and I just see a kid fall.
Did you make a noise?
He screamed, yeah. Oh, he screamed.
No,
It was such a weird mix of emotions, because obviously it was so funny, you can stop laughing, but also I was kind of like, that kid is more than likely probably at the bottom floor dead right now.
Yeah.
So we went and checked, but no, he was up and he was just like limping on his foot, and it was so fucking funny. Me and Daniel laughed for 45 minutes.
I was like later on, I don't know if it was the next day or later that day, you told me that. I was like, I don't believe you. And then like Daniel was like, no, it did happen. I was like, oh my god, it happened.
And I don't believe you more.
No, I believe Daniel more than I believe Adam.
Oh, where's that coming from? I don't know. What the fuck?
A place of love.
Okay.
I love whenever misfortune happens to others.
What
Like,
the hell?
around Christmas time, we...
Especially them.
What, you,
pests.
are you going to mention Christmas that time that person's house burnt down and they lost all the presents? Is that what you love, Carmen?
We were in a shopping centre around Christmas time, and coming out of one shop, the door opens automatically outwards. And a wee old woman had like literally so old, had just left and stood outside the door. And as we were walking towards it, I was like, Adam, no! It was too late. She got
thwacked.
hit.
She got thwacked by the door.
And
I
then
can't.
looked at us like, why?
I can't laugh at stuff like that, old people stuff, I can't.
Why?
Because of my granny. I'm living with my granny. I can't. I just like anytime I see stuff like that, I'm like, no, I can't.
For some reason, the doors at my work, they're automatic, but they open outward.
Yes.
So sometimes, like, a wee kid just gets smacked up the face.
Gotta be bad people.
Not me. I have solved myself in that last sentence.
Yeah.
I think we're great people.
I find it so funny. You know what I don't find funny?
What?
My segment. No.
I don't find
No.
that funny either. Let's
Oh,
skip
I
it.
don't
God,
mean
this
that.
is the point where I leave. Okay.
And it's my segment time. I was talking to Brady about this earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of walking this
Sorry,
week.
Carmen, since you've talked to me about it, I'm gonna leave, so...
Can you get me a beer, please?
Yes.
And me, please.
Okay.
I mean, that's quite
Look
cheeky.
at that. He's not walking over the bed.
Wow.
I'm
Look, because
capable
I-
of learning.
I'm going to guess because there's someone in the way.
No, I think
Bring out the monkey.
Jack has moved the table in
Okay.
the opposite direction this time.
They don't need to know.
But
Tell your segment.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I've been walking a lot this week on my own, and I've realised, God, like where do I look whenever you're walking past people? Because you can't look them in the eye.
Can't.
So I'll like look around and then look down at the ground, and I'm like, I can't look at them. I get really stressed about it, and then sometimes I'll be like, right, I can't keep looking down at the ground, or else I'll injure my neck in the long run. So I'll like try to look up and feel confident, and then I'll trip because I'm not looking at the
Well,
ground.
You know me, first lockdown, anytime we would have a phone, like a wee call at night, I'd be like, oh, sorry, can't join us, gotta go on my walk
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started walking again this week as well.
well done.
Yeah, I got lost around your area. Instead of taking
Oh,
a
you
right,
got
instead of taking the
lost?
right turn in your area, I went left and looked around.
What
Sorry,
were you?
I'm
What were you doing up in Limavady? Oh shit!
Yeah, that was funny. Saved your funny joke from Brady was gone. Did you? Was there a question attached to that segment, or were you just
no,
literally
Just
saying?
like where do you
discussion about
look
what-
whenever you walk
When
away?
I just
find it.
it's kind of weird. I sort of look behind the person, but see, I'd be looking at the person, but like behind them. So like right now, I'm looking behind you.
Yeah,
Oh,
That sort of thing.
oh,
I do
it
that
freaks me out.
I sort of
because then I keep my eyes on the road, sort of thing. Keep my eyes
Yeah.
like, straight ahead, but then people think I'm looking at them as well.
Yeah, that's
But then
what
I was like,
right.
I don't care if they think I'm looking at them. I'm not. I know I'm not.
Brady said that he stares at them
Yeah.
straight on.
No, I'm mad dog.
Goes out of your way and start.
If someone is walking towards me, I will full on mad dog them. I will like look them right in the eyes and like not look away, because that makes them look away and get out of my way.
But with your
There's no
tattoos,
way. There's no way you do that.
Absolutely.
Only a psychopath would do that.
But
There's no way.
can you imagine him with his tattoos, mad dogging someone?
Oh, yeah.
He's a
He
cultist.
also like doesn't, you know, whenever you're approaching someone and you kind of have a silent agreement to take one side of the pavement each. Brady just keeps walking. And
Yeah,
if they
Yeah,
get in
I'm
his
with them
way-
on that one.
No, but that's
Really?
that's what I'm saying. Because if I just stare them down, then if I just look them dead in the eyes, they're gonna look away from me and they're gonna move out of the
I've
way.
heard that's like a male superiority thing.
Oh,
Oh, well,
At the moment in university, I am doing a feminism course. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, the long sexual revolution from 1940s to 1970s. And like it so opened my eyes. It's like, Christ, men are shit.
yeah, you fucking are.
What are
Yeah, I
some of
agree.
the worst things men have done, according to your course, Paul?
World War One, World War Two, Cold War.
it's not fair. You're doing a history course.
Yeah. But no, one of the things I did notice.
Well, you not
No.
heard about them wars before.
No, there is no. One of the things I did notice. It's like a fact that like threw me off. Do you know the contraceptive pill?
Uh-huh.
Back in the 60s, taking one of those nowadays would count for 7 days. So if you took the amount that was in one pill was the amount that's in 7 days worth of a pill now. So the hormones in one pill is 7 times. Like
Yikes.
Is that a...
so it's
Did
like
they take it once a week or
no
every
one
day?
every day. So they were
Oh.
taking basically a weekly dose
I mean,
today
that just-
every single day.
Just sounds
So
like a
technically-
failure in
So
medical
seven,
science.
7 times the amount of hormones every single day. I guess it's like the early test in the 50s and 60s.
Man, I feel
I just
really
think
bad.
I should do
Terrible.
that with testosterone.
Yeah. I feel really bad for the
You can look-
companies producing those drugs. I mean, they were wasting about 6 times as much as they had to.
And they were also testing it on like very poor people going to very poor countries and like forcing them to, take it and like test on them.
Oh, poor people being exploited? No,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. That's not a... Yeah.
I mean, not the political.
Wouldn't be like them.
Yeah, imagine talking about politics. You make me
I'm
sick.
sure, yeah. That's
I think we should
politics
just talk.
episode.
I think me and Adam should just talk about chemistry. to be
No.
honest.
Another thing I liked about going on my walk was seeing all the different signs throughout Belfast.
Yeah.
Warning: anti-climb paint.
What is anti-climb paint?
You can't climb up it.
You get stuck on you and like it marks your clothes and stuff.
So you can still climb it?
Yeah.
So it's not anti-climb?
It's more of just a.
It's more of a deterrent.
deterrent.
If you get caught and they're like, oh, were you climbing? No. Then might have like this big black mark on you.
My dad
Or
put some
fell
of
down.
that on the fence next to the adjacent.
Fuck me.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
The adjacent street, so that the wee troublemakers wouldn't get into our street. It was like what was it, like kerosene or something? No, that's
What?
That's flammable.
Yeah, that's what
It's like bitumen or something.
barbecue things. You pour.
The next one I found funny was a no alcohol consumption in this area, and under it was like a tin of Strongbow.
I mean, that's just Belfast for you.
Defiance.
There was I used to have a lamppost outside my house, and that was the sign that was on it. I was like,
Oh,
You say?
yeah, the lamppost is now up the street. They took away my lamppost.
He got a better job, he decided to move up the hill.
But no, that sign used to be on it. It was like a £50 like drinking fine. Was that?
Really?
Yeah.
Do they like regularly move lampposts? Is that a
It was
thing?
when the redone the lights from like the orange lights to the white lights. So it was like 5 years.
Okay.
Tell me that, the nuisance in my community is being ruined by these lights.
The orange lights used to be really like
Orangism is still alive, I tell you.
you couldn't tell what they were gonna
Yeah.
do.
Oof.
I love the Carmen segment amounted to I went on a walk and looked at signs.
But I like it.
Here are two signs I read.
I was like, well, I can find more signs, but there weren't many.
Carmen
I appreciate the effort.
looking for a
I
sign.
appreciate Carmen.
The effort you put into this podcast, Carmen, astounds me.
Do you ever
City centre, 2 kilometres east, whatever.
Oh,
So that sign.
That one over there says stop. Oh, that's an interesting one. I read that one.
I always found it funny where it seemed like when I was walking through like town or somewhere on my own, that's when the real interesting stuff happens. Like, you know when they're showcasing an E3 demo for a game and there's all this shit going around, like there's like all these NPCs talking to each other, and there's all these weather effects and all, and they're just talking about shite.
So
Like-
real life.
Yeah, you're just walking past and you hear people just talk about dumb shit, and I find it hilarious.
You like eavesdropping?
No.
You alright?
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates. Yeah, no, I think everyone was doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's funny, like someone will be walking past me in a particularly heated moment of talking to someone, and I'll think, out of context, that probably sounds really funny.
I don't understand why people go so quiet whenever you walk past them. Like,
It's because they didn't want you to hear what they're talking
what
about.
could they be talking
'cause they've
about?
got
That I'd
secrets.
be like,
It's a very divided
wow.
country.
And they've got
Yeah,
secrets.
except for in the politics.
I think it's just people. People in general, it's like going back to the staring thing.
Yeah.
People just are awkward. Like Brady says he stares people straight in the eyes. I kind of just unfocus my eyes and
What's like I
Stars,
said?
stars.
Here's the thing as well. I was talking about
Awesome.
awkward with Carmen. Now, you do it a lot as well, Jack. Like,
I do.
you know, awkward moments you're talking about.
Yeah, I said a joke earlier and no one laughed at it.
Yeah. But it's only awkward if you make it
Wasn't
awkward,
try.
especially if you're on your own. Like I was telling you, like a couple of weeks ago, I was walking home from work, looking down at my phone while I was walking, full on just headbutted a lamppost. Like, full on
Way.
walked into it.
in your defense, that lamppost was a couple of meters the other way
Yeah.
the other day.
But,
In your
that's
defense,
just it. I could have looked around and been like, oh, that was really awkward. But no.
How does this relate to me?
I'm just saying it's something you do. Like, it's only awkward because you're making it awkward in your own head.
Why does that just apply to me?
It doesn't
doesn't.
just apply to you.
Then why aren't you saying me?
You're making
I'm using you as an example.
that awkward
well,
now.
you're
You see
really
what you're doing?
making yourself
God, I feel
awkward
so
here.
awkward here along with you guys.
People did. Is there a difference between awkwardness and embarrassment?
I mean, they're sort of born of the same thing, are they not?
Yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah. I say embarrassment
Wait.
is a level above awkwardness.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I felt embarrassed.
I'm
Truly.
embarrassed
Wow.
because we're using a lot. So.
Yeah,
I
sure.
felt embarrassed whenever I tripped, and I had to do like the thing people do in movies, like typical me, and move on.
I feel embarrassed when people make fun of my speech impediment.
Well, then talk properly.
Has it been
Wow.
Has it been confirmed?
Yeah.
In last week's episode,
Yeah, but that's just Jack
You're
slipping
on
up.
fire, girl.
That's just Jack slipping up.
Slay,
That
girl.
doesn't prove he has an impediment.
Should be embarrassed about that.
Yeah, you should be embarrassed about that.
I'm not cutting that out either.
Drag Queen Jack coming out.
Oh my god.
No, I haven't been diagnosed with a speech impairment, but I feel like it's cruel. You just laugh at it.
I
Just
laughed at
saying.
it because I had a speech impediment. There you go.
So,
Okay.
so you're allowed
So
to.
stop coming for me.
So just because you suffer from one thing means you can make fun of other people?
Yeah, I can say sausages. I can't
You
say.
still can't?
I
I'm
can't
not dog.
say they, there.
In all fairness, I had to go to speech
I just
therapy.
thought you were from Beachman.
You're gonna have to bleep that.
I know.
Beach Boy's massive.
Fuck up!
Well, it's not really. Like,
Why is from fucking Lima Valley?
No, in all fairness, I had to go to speech therapy for years before I could make my TH sounds. I was
Big
trying
head.
to
That's so
empathize
rude.
with you blonde bimbo.
Oh shit.
I don't see much blonde in that hair.
She's not naturally blonde, actually. She's a brunette bimbo. Thank you very much.
This is the animosity
No,
podcast. I
like,
love
I
this.
have to go to
Friends,
speech
please,
therapy.
calm down. I love you.
God,
How is it?
I brought you here to fucking calm everyone down.
I think the
Okay.
problem.
Friends, family, lovers,
I think
please.
the problem with me and Jack is that we're too similar. And
I
we
think
keep
yous are-
butting heads.
You're too similar.
Yeah.
Since
Oh.
when?
Similar.
They are. They are so similar.
Did you have one of those wee things in speech therapy? It was like a plastic thing, and you had to put it on your upper palate, and it had motion sensors, and there was a box, and the palate thing was attached to wires, and every time your tongue hit a different part of the apparatus, it lit up.
That's interesting.
That sounds good. So
I
you
think
actually
I was
went.
4 years old and don't remember FS.
So you actually went to speech, like.
My
Yeah.
cousin did as well.
Yeah,
He wasn't-
because
he had a speech
because of my fucking condition, every time I mention it, Adam rolls his eyes.
No, I don't.
He didn't
Yeah,
that
you
time.
do.
You
I
didn't
don't
learn?
know. It's just you bring it up so much. It's like, well,
Because we're getting closer to the final surgery.
No, it's like-
I'm so hyped.
it's like, oh, I can't do that. Why can you not do it? Oh, because I
Yeah,
I
but
had
I
to get
do
my
that.
hamstring stretched. Like, fuck off.
I
Jack.
do it as a fucking joke because I know how much I know how funny it sounds. Imagine being in a wheelchair. No, that didn't sound right.
There's nothing funny about
No,
that.
no. Imagine
Jack,
just
why
being.
did you make fun of people with
No,
disabilities?
it was funny being in a wheelchair because you had to. I had to go. We went to the Giant's Causeway, and obviously you want to walk on the rocks, but no. My sister and my dad were off on the rocks while my ma had to console me because I couldn't walk.
She's hated you ever since.
That was
Well, to be fair,
Since before that.
she did sing him goodbye when he did move in, you guys.
Yeah.
Which was a great little song, which I did record.
Oh, that's right.
And it was lovely because I played it every once in a while. I'm like,
No, I,
I
just
miss these guys.
I just thought it was funny, just like sitting there watching everyone walk on the rocks at Carrickfergus. No, Giant's Causeway, and just sitting there.
I've never been to Giant's
Your
Causeway.
memory
Never
goes
mind.
well.
I've been to Giant's Causeway too much.
I haven't.
What does that mean?
I mean, more
Like,
than
I'm
once.
putting in hours at the Giant's
No,
Causeway.
more than once is too much, and I've been like from childhood and
Like,
I
it's
think,
just a lot of rocks, isn't it?
yeah, but I've been like
Hexagons?
5 or 6 times.
Did you ever see
It's not
like,
even.
the geography projects of people getting the Smarties tubes to make Giant's Causeway?
No.
No.
Yeah,
I did
we did.
geography
That's
until
good, man.
GCSE and I never did that.
See, why is the Giant's Causeway a big deal? The other half.
It's a mythical.
The other half is in Scotland.
Yeah.
It's a whole mythos of it, and like in McCool and all that. It's like a tall tale.
Yeah, but
It's
we're
like been
better at-
passed down through the times.
We're better at marketing than the Scottish.
Everyone always mentions the Irish giant, Finn McCool. No one ever mentions the Scottish giant, who he was against.
Is it Cuchulainn?
Do you know his name?
Finn McCool.
Ben and Donor. Cuchulainn was
Is it Finn McCool? Or is it someone
no
else?
Ben and Donor.
Are you making that up?
No,
No, he's right because one of my courses last year talked
no.
about this.
Finn McCool was another guy. He was involved in the Toynbee Coolingay. Cattle raided Cooley. To all my
Man, you just know so much.
What
I
are
know.
you
No,
saying?
he's right. He is right. Like I did, one of my
just-
masters last year was talking about this sort of thing.
I think he doesn't actually know that much stuff. He just says things really confidently, and we don't know
He
it.
doesn't say things confidently, though.
He
We
does.
could also be. He knows one fact of
Did
something.
you
that
hear
we don't
him?
know.
Did you hear the pronunciation
Right.
of
He
that
just-
name? What was it?
Toynbee Coolingay.
Exactly.
He just knows very specific, like, mythology and, like, lore stuff.
No, he probably had to like look at the information board while he was sitting in his wheelchair and memorise stuff.
I didn't have a laptop or a computer
He said
back
I
then.
said
Information
information
board.
board.
You know, one of those big things you stick in the ground has the information on it.
before
What's
you
Finn-
get on the
What's
rocks.
Colin got to do with the causeway?
Well,
Are you making a
why talking
Are you making a
about
mockery of Irish history?
Guys, we're gonna get a noise complaint.
Not me.
Like,
it? We are.
like our neighbours the other night.
That's right.
I don't think they're university students.
Okay.
What, the guys next to us?
Yeah, your woman says she's going to contact the uni, but I really don't think they are uni students.
I regret bringing it up immediately.
Because there's like 15 of them.
Paul, you brought something
not
for
a
show
lot,
and tell today, didn't you?
I did bring something for show and tell.
Oh.
These two haven't seen it. Brittany has seen it.
Yeah.
Carmen, I remember in a previous podcast, you said you hadn't seen a certain games console before in your life. A PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think I brought with me?
Have you brought
Hey,
a
switch controller.
PlayStation Vista?
I brought a PlayStation
Is
1
that
to 2.
it?
Holy shit.
That's not it. This is also it.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the wee mini.
That's the PS one.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's happening?
That is a PlayStation 1.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That makes me so nostalgic to look at.
Yeah, because I remember you said you'd never seen one before.
I'd never seen one.
Yeah,
I
so I, brought,
remember
I
That's
playing.
where
So I brought both.
I remember playing Toy Story 2,
Wow.
Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue on that.
I have that for my PlayStation 3.
It's a great game.
I never...
Did anyone ever understand what the wee white, yellow, and red cables were for?
Yeah.
Scart.
Audio, visual, and something else.
Left, right video.
God,
Yeah.
you just got destroyed.
I
no,
never
obviously we
understood.
want to know.
Because-
We like
yeah.
playing video games.
Because
Carmen,
if you
not
didn't,
so much.
if you didn't plug in the what was it, the red one, then you didn't have any audio.
You only have
Yeah.
mono. You only have mono audio.
Everyone
Stereo.
had that where it was like the colours were slightly, you couldn't figure it out,
Yeah.
and then you were playing a game, and you're like, why is it not making a noise? And you're like, oh fuck, I'll be going there.
I remember when I
Show and tell. Yes, indeed.
I
That's
remember
super easy.
when I
That's pretty
first
cool.
got my PC. I didn't.
£20, I believe.
No.
I think it was £20. Obviously, I could have brought games and stuff, but like, I don't have a wee tiny bag.
You brought enough, Paul.
Exactly.
You've given us a dose of nostalgia. Thank you, Jack.
Not
You
how
were
much
saying
that's going to be in
Nah.
the future.
Not
don't
much
wanna talk
because there's like
about
100
PC.
million of it.
he doesn't want
So-
to talk about
No.
it.
Sorry, Jack.
He doesn't
What,
want to talk
what
about
was the first game you guys remember playing the shit out of?
San Andreas.
The Incredibles.
Scooby.
SpongeBob, not Battle for Bikini Bottom, the other one.
I'm Friends Unite.
No, Revenge of the Friend Dutchman.
Okay.
Either
Mine-
Jack,
Oh, sorry, I
I'm
forgot-
here.
I forgot-
Just because I'm a woman, I'm not invisible. Either Scooby-Doo Haunted Mansion, I believe, or Narnia, the first one.
I think I remember that Scooby-Doo game.
Do you know what I have for?
Yeah.
I have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, which everyone
Ooh.
seems to remember and love. But it's
It's
a terrible
It
game.
was a film.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that a movie? I remember
was.
Yeah,
watching
it was a
that
movie, but they made a game of it.
I'm
and
near
it
sure
it was
one of the,
terrible.
I'm near sure it was one of the movies where Shaggy wore a red shirt instead of a green shirt.
You know,
Yeah.
it was a clone because he was in the virtual world.
And red is the opposite of green.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It is.
Fuck that. I don't trust that. How's it the opposite?
My game
opposite?
that I played the
Yeah.
shit out of,
yeah.
Red's the opposite of green.
Continue, Jack.
How is red the opposite of green?
they're
Because it
they're
is.
complementary colours.
But how is it the
Because
opposite?
green means go, red means stop.
No, that's
Yes.
No.
that's arbitrary means
Colour
we've assigned
change.
the colours.
No, it's green and red. Then it's
But
pink and orange, and it's blue and
I won't
Yellow.
argue they're complementary or that green means go
No,
and
they're
red
not
means stop. What I'm saying is, you said it's the opposite colour.
Yeah,
she
it is.
said.
How is green the opposite
it's
to
like
red?
they
I haven't
cancel
talked
out
about
each
my
other.
fucking game.
Yeah, no,
yet.
what does that mean?
I haven't even talked about the game.
Go for it.
They're opposites.
Hot Wheels Velocity City X.
My God,
It
Amazing.
was so good.
what was it for?
PS2.
Nice.
Nice.
Next time on this podcast, another show and tell from Paul.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Paul, because I genuinely don't know the answer to this.
Yes.
How many consoles do you own, and which ones?
Would you count duplicates? Would you count that as two consoles or one? Because
Uh,
it's technically the same.
Count that as one.
No,
Okay.
count it as two.
Count it as
because
two, the
you
mini
might have like
versions.
15 PS3s.
Right, so what I have
Yes.
2 PlayStation 1s, 3 PlayStation 2s. I have 3 PlayStation 2s. I have my original one from 2005, which is all scratched up, so I bought a replacement one, like a silver slim. And then I bought a fat one as well, so there's 5 I own. I own 2 PlayStation 3s because one is broke and one isn't broke. 2 PlayStation 4s. I have a PS4, a PS4 Pro, a PlayStation 5, which Jack wants really bad, and Anna wants really bad. I own a Nintendo 64. I own
Game.
a GameCube, a Nintendo Wii, a Nintendo DS, a DSi, a Game Boy Advance,
Switch.
a Switch. I believe that's it.
Do you have a 3DS?
I don't never got 3DS.
You want one?
Oh.
So I have a follow-up question,
Maybe. I
Paul.
don't know.
Why?
Yeah.
I like playing games. I like
No,
playing
but
games.
why do you need all of that?
I don't. That's nice to look at as well.
What are you going to do with them? Do you see yourself keeping these for like the foreseeable future, or do you think are they that important to you?
Yeah, 'cause I would play most of my free time is playing games. Just going back and playing games I've never played before.
How often would you like switch consoles up? Like, do you wake up one day and be like, you know what, I want to play the PS1, or is it?
Yeah.
Serious?
Sometimes I just wake up like, oh, I want to play Crash Bandicoot today on like its original hardware.
That's pretty good.
I know I'm very weird about that. Like I like playing on the original hardware.
Do you have a favorite
A favorite what?
like console?
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation
Because that's what I grew up with.
That's-
Obviously, I was like 10. I was like 10 when I got it, but it's a console I had first.
In your formative year.
But it's really weird. Before that, I always felt weird playing games. Like I had a PlayStation 2, and I was always, I don't know, I just felt weird playing. Like I was always playing. I was like, I don't want to play this. I want to go outside and play it.
What is your opinion of the PS5? Is it worth it?
Not now, no. Because like at the moment, all I've done with it is
Oh, don't try to make them think better just
No,
because
do you think it's-
no. All I do with it, generally all I've done with it now, I played Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And that's the only PlayStation 5 game I played. The rest of them have been
Do you,
PlayStation 4 games.
But
Do you want to sell it to Jack?
No.
no, but you see, that's
You
kind
wanna
of the
sell it to
situation with all new consoles, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind
of
of
course.
limited by the software as well.
Yeah.
You need to wait for the
But no,
games to
because
catch
I
up.
recently
Yeah.
bought a 4 terabyte hard drive, and I just put all my PlayStation 4 games on it. So I didn't take up any of the internal storage. And I was like, I can swap it and stuff. But
I mean, I
Yeah.
did essentially the same thing, except I bought the Xbox because it was
Yeah.
chill, and bought a 5 terabyte hard drive. And
Yeah.
all it did was put all the other games
yeah,
on it.
so what I've been doing at the moment, I actually went back and played Watch Dogs. I never played it. I've played it before, but like it's always one of
Second
those.
one's way better.
No, see, it's one of those things with games. I would sometimes play them and then wait a couple of years and play it again. Happened with The Last of Us. I played that first night 2017, and we finished it last year. So it's a weird system. Sometimes I play games.
Do you have a favourite game? Definitively.
Mafia 2.
Mafia 2?
Yeah.
Favourite game?
It's a really stupid reason why I love it, but in the game, when you drive, you can put a speed limiter on, so you can only go like 30 miles an hour, like 60 miles an hour. But I love that about the game.
So-
like, I can be driving like,
fantastic.
oh crap, the police are there. I better slow down, and I can just press A or X, and you know the limiter comes on, and I can just drive around like a normal person.
That is the most Paul answer I could have hoped
yeah.
for. Your favourite game is Mafia 2, which is
It's also because I
a great game, not because of like the story or because it was cool
No,
at
that's
the
the
time,
reason I love. That's the reason it's my favorite game.
because
But I
there's
do
a
love-
speed limiter on it.
No, but I do love it because it's also because I did play like 2010. I played it loads back then. I played it loads when my granddad was still around. Like, oh, do you remember the music? And I was like, oh, I remember the music.
Is that, let me ask a follow-up question. So that's your favourite game, you'd say?
Yeah.
Is that the game you put the most time into? What is the game you think you've played the most, probably?
I gotta say one of the FIFAs. Yeah, funny enough. Yeah,
Really? I didn't
yeah.
pick you for a FIFA guy, really?
Wow.
I really didn't pick you for a FIFA
God,
guy.
yeah, like my FIFA 20 play time's like 500 hours.
Man,
I don't play. Like, this is
You know-
this is weird.
20.
I don't play online. I don't play it online at all. No, none of the Ultimate Team stuff. It would just be career mode.
The last FIFA I played was FIFA 14.
I haven't bought
When that
20.
come out?
I didn't, but
Yeah.
2015.
The only football game I have is Virtual Strikers for the GameCube.
Daniel bought me that for my birthday one year.
Uh-huh.
My 18th birthday. He gave
nice
me a
of
couple of games.
Talking about like car and driving, one of my favourite games is the Simpsons Hit and Run.
That's a great
That
game.
is a classic game.
And do you know what was the worst part about it? I lost my memory card from my PS2.
I thought you were
How'd you
just going to
lose
say.
your memory card?
I
thought you
don't
were-
know where it
My
went.
cousin stole my memory card. I had this
Yeah, but
128 megabyte memory card, and he stole it on me and was like, "Oh, I lost it."
Yeah, but that's someone stealing it. That's not.
Yeah.
How do you lose that?
Like I did bring it up to my like aunts and then to my uncles quite a lot. So and as a
My playtime
forgetful
last year.
child, I was really bad. And it was a time before Amazon where you could easily just go, okay, memory card in the basket. So I just stopped playing. Do you remember Wii?
The Wii
You have
is...
Wii, Paul?
Never
I
heard
have
of
never
it.
used it
What?
because the games, Nintendo games, rarely lose their value, and they're really expensive
Yeah.
compared to what. Because
Man, I was.
last
you're
year,
right, actually.
no, but last year I went to CEX. I bought. Oh, it was a trilogy of games. It was the Uncharted trilogy for £3. Like I bought all 3 separate games, £1 each.
If
I also bought all the Gears of War games for the Xbox 360, £1 each.
If you were to go and look for a Pokemon game that came out the same year as those,
50 quid.
they would still be 50 quid.
quid.
They would
Yeah.
be the price they were when they came out.
I remember.
Because Pokemon Diamond was
Yep.
announced for a remake last week. Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
I was actually given to it by Sky. So the Sky, love you very much.
Okay.
I
She
remember.
She
stole it
have-
from a prior partner of hers, and she gave it to me because I had lost my original copy.
Okay.
Go for it, Jack.
I remember being with CEX and Twilight Princess for the GameCube was 40 quid.
Yeah, they do. They keep their value.
Mental.
Why though?
I don't know.
It's just
When does
so-
Nintendo not make a quality game?
That Star Fox game for the Wii U, or it's quite terrible.
Oh,
Not
well,
the,
it
Couldn't tell you what it was.
terrible.
I don't own a Wii U, but I just
Yeah.
know it's terrible.
Yeah, not
Or
the
it's
last
terrible.
Pokemon game, the one before that. It's like Let's Go, Pikachu or Eevee. That was fucking terrible.
Did you not like it? I never
No.
played it.
So,
Why? Okay, this is a question.
Uh-huh.
And ask Brady this. And you like Pokemon as well?
I love Pokemon.
I don't know
Well,
how you two feel about it.
There's like certain generations I love, not all of it.
Why do people like Pokemon at all? I don't see the appeal
Pokemon was
whatsoever.
What's like saying
just-
what
yeah.
what games do you
Nostalgia.
like? Like what's your favorite game? Like Dark Souls or something? Do you play
Well,
Dark Souls?
I play Dark Souls.
What,
Yeah.
what's the appeal of Dark Souls? I don't see the appeal of Dark Souls.
Deep lore,
That's
I don't see
cool
the appeal
boss
of it.
designs.
there's more of Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, Pokemon. It was a show you watched when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You watched.
I
it.
partially watched it.
Probably the best theme song of any TV show.
The first season, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta catch it.
Exactly. Don't know what you're doing. And I mean, me personally, I mean, you were saying there, what's the game Paul's put the most hours into? The game I put the most hours into, and you know this, is Destiny.
Oh,
And I fucking hate Destiny. Like, it is a horrible game. It is a bad game, but I cannot stop playing it. It's just that grind mechanic.
That's me recently.
Just grinding through, and that's what Pokemon is. It's just a grind, just over and over
Do
again,
you
repetitive.
think more video games should be like transferred over to like movies or TV shows?
No.
No, I
Fucking
could care less.
Is there any that have like ruined it or
Hitman.
like added to it?
Hitman.
No,
Okay.
there's none that has ruined it, and there's none that have added to it. They've all just sort of been
Like
forgettable.
we talked about The Witcher.
Oh shit, that's a good point. No,
Yeah.
but The Witcher was a book series,
I
so
couldn't
that
get into
doesn't
the Witcher
count.
game. I have the Witcher 3.
it's
I couldn't get
hard
into
to get into, and you can't
I-
fall in and out of love
That's
with
what's
it.
happened to
It's
me.
a
I'm
good
on
game.
like one of the early missions, and I'm just like, at the minute, I'm just like, I can't be bothered playing.
I would rather see it go the other way, because you used to get like loads of movie tie-in games, but now you don't really see it.
Yeah, remember the Transformers 2007 game?
That was
Nope.
fucking class.
Where he plays Blackout in the military base? That was sick.
Probably the best movie tie-in game that Jusins ever played, the X-Men Origins Wolverine game.
No.
Yeah.
That is maybe the best Wolverine game they've ever made.
I had the TMNT game. Remember they made a CGI Teenage Mutant Turtles film in 2007?
No.
You,
I don't remember this.
the
no.
Foot Clan were in it, and there's like all these ancient gods that they have to kill. Yeah, well, they made a DS game out of that, and that was cool.
The one I had, I'm not sure if it was a tie-in to the movie, but it was an Incredible Hulk game.
And that was
PlayStation 2,
that,
where you
that
could
was
actually like destroy the areas surrounding you.
funny enough. That was the blueprint for Prototype, which me and Adam were talking about.
Yes,
last night.
Prototype.
Prototype.
That came out at the same time as Infamous,
I would
which
love-
is another one of my favorite games. Infamous.
I would love to see, on this current generation PS5, which we're yet to own, obviously.
Have you been looking, or did you just give up?
Yeah, I've been looking every now and again, but I'm just waiting until they're
Nah, I'd give
available.
up.
But it's like, you bastard. Look at that.
That
Oh,
was
look at
my
the
my prior setup.
Wow. You're so rad.
Snore.
TV is that?
At the CRT, it was Sky. She gave it to me because because if you put a pre HD console on a HD TV,
Man,
doesn't look the best.
do
And
they still make SCART meets? If
I have loads of them from back in the
Aye,
day.
but no, if you didn't and you had to go to a shop to buy a SCART meet, would you be able to find one? Do they still make them?
I heard
I
that.
would say yeah, because we recently bought a DVD player for my granny, and it came had a SCART lead on it.
Jesus.
I can't remember this. I think I remember it right. Where I used to watch like a vintage video game collector,
Do you
and
know which one? I mean, no.
Pete Dorr. What was I going to say? Yeah, and apparently you ever use component instead of SCART.
No, because I never had components, and then in my
Apparently,
TVs, it's far better. Yeah,
I think
than
component
composite.
is like exclusive to Europe territories.
SCART is exclusive to Europe. SCART is. At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah,
This may be the nerdiest thing.
This
We are
is-
talking about TV inputs right now.
This is going a different direction.
This is weird.
But hey, it's interesting.
But I was saying, I would love to see a new Prototype game on the next gen and a new Sly Raccoon game, because I think the
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper. Why did I say
Sly
Sly Raccoon?
I
He
never-
is a raccoon.
I've never played either of those games, but I do believe I own Prototype from like a PlayStation Plus sort of thing, like a free game. Which did you see what's free this month?
No.
Final Fantasy 7.
Bollocks.
I heard it shit.
I haven't played it, but it's free this month.
Shit.
It's
Final
like
Fantasy VII is...
It's like the free game this month.
Fantastic game. Is it the new one?
Yeah, the remake.
Seriously?
Yeah, I downloaded it the other day.
That's fantastic. You need to play that for.
I know. I have the original for my Switch. I was going to buy the original for my PlayStation. It's pretty expensive. Obviously, it's like 4 discs.
That is one series I have played very little of, but I absolutely loved because I watched my brother play so much Final Fantasy. Like, I've seen the story of 4 or 5 Final Fantasy games, and I've only played maybe 1 or 2 of them. And so, this new one coming out, that's the only reason I'm sort of envious of the PS5, is because it's not coming out on Xbox.
Isn't it?
That's one of the game series to me is just I could never break into it.
I'm not. Apart
I've never
from
played
Pokemon,
one.
I'm not a big fan of RPGs.
No?
I can't. I prefer open world games. I don't know, because when I play my games, I'm very relaxed. Like, I'm not really like
Yeah.
always constantly looking for action. Like I said in Mafia 2, I just like driving around sometimes. I'm not always like looking
Not
for,
too fast though.
Oh no, you have to get 30 or 60. You know,
I-
you gotta stick to.
No, I love RPGs. I need an objective in a game. I can't just do this whole open world drive around shit. I need an objective, something to do in that game.
But RPGs is usually you're just drowned in loads of little tiny tasks.
Yeah, and so you just get through them.
Although saying that, I did recently play Skyrim
Yeah.
for a PlayStation, and I actually
Skyrim.
I'm about to buy it for the Switch as well. But I got it originally when I got my first 360 in 2012. It came with a code for Skyrim, but I didn't get into it that much because I didn't know what it was doing. But recently I did complete it and I did enjoy it, which I didn't think I would. But yeah,
Skyrim's been so watered down. It's not even that it's been watered down. They're re-releasing it now, and 10 years ago when it came out, it was so full of content. Whereas now they're re-releasing it for the PS5.
are they?
But it's the same game
I
from
didn't think they announced
Oh
that.
yeah,
I didn't think they announced
but it's the same game from 10 years ago. So it's just.
But you see, the thing is, they wouldn't keep releasing it if people weren't buying it, and clearly people are. So
I
Not bad.
I'm
I
buying
have
for the
bought
Switch.
Skyrim 5 times.
well, my friend, you are the issue then. You're the reason
I
they're doing it.
understand that the point of games is obviously to make money and provide entertainment, but some just
No.
take it slightly.
It's so that
Right.
gamers can put themselves above all others.
Some just take it too far. Like whenever Disney
Dizzy dinosaur?
Disney Rascal?
Disney did that, like Disney Infinity,
oh
Oh,
yeah,
I've
where
heard of
you
that. I've
like
heard of it.
bought all the wee figures.
Well, you see,
that was a specific type of game.
they weren't the first. Was Skylanders was the first?
Skylanders.
Skylanders
Yeah.
was one
They
of them,
had the
and then there was
Spyros.
Lego Dimensions.
There's
Oh, yeah,
also
was
a-
another
You
one.
can bet my brother's got every single figure.
That's something I never got into, is it?
There's
No.
a-
Because as well, when I buy games, I rarely buy them now.
Yeah.
I would normally wait a couple of years, like when the hype's down, when everyone's already talked about them, and I know nothing about it. That's when I would jump in.
I buy stuff on sale now. Like last night, I just bought. So on Netflix, I was watching South Park. I was like, "This is really
Oh,
funny."
nice.
I played The Stick of Truth years ago. I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
funny.
Oh.
I remember The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
I
I have it.
such
yeah.
a good
fantastic
title.
name.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, I looked and I was like, "Oh, I want to play this. I wonder how much it is." Looked on the store. It's like 50 quid. I'm like, "I'm not buying that." Last night, I looked 75% off. Got for like 12 quid.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
So I'm
Yeah,
going to start playing
I
them.
own both for the Switch. I've only played the Stick of Truth for a bit, a small bit, or they got stuck, and I was just like, I'll see you in a year's time.
Something to say, Jack?
Jack, you look like you're going to say
Yeah.
something.
No, I remember when I got my Xbox 360 in like 2009 or 2010. I had the most different 2 games you could get. I had Forza Horizon 3 and Destroy All Humans: Path of the Furon.
Oh my god!
Never
Classic.
played it. Played the first one. Loved it.
Path of Furon
No,
is the best.
Path of the
story.
Furon is the most hated. Well, Big Willie Unleashed is the most hated.
Path of Furon is
What
the
about,
best.
is that the new one? Yeah.
No, Big Willie Unleashed is the Wii game.
Oh, what about
Path
the
of the Furon,
remake? I heard bad things.
Oh yeah, it's shit.
no, it's shit. They actually teased a remake 2 because they released a free skins trailer for the Destroy All Humans remake, and they teased the second game. Anyway, no.
What are you saying, man?
If you're not
No.
going to say something, I will bring something.
I just remember loving Path of the Furon, but it was mired in like all sorts of
I thought
technical
it was.
issues.
No, I thought it was great. You could like stop time and
Black
throw
hole
people, and then whenever you restart time, they would keep their momentum and start moving all different ways.
It had the best rendition of the Quantum Deconstructor because that was the best weapon you could get for your flying saucer. It was the green weapon.
Who would have known?
I
Bringing
guess.
Paul on, we'd be talking a lot about games.
Yeah.
Well, I was
We've
going
been
to bring up.
talking about video games for
I thought it would be
30
the
minutes straight.
Well,
episode,
one
but it's
one thing I
clearly-
want to bring up was, do you remember? It's actually coming up the 10th anniversary of PlayStation Network getting hacked. Were any of you? Like,
Hacked?
Oh,
yeah,
on
Jim-
Christmas Day.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
2011. It's like April 2011. It was
What
down for like
happened?
it was down for like 90 days. The network, the
What?
Sony in general got like hacked.
In 2011?
Yeah, because I remember, because I tried to log in one day. I was like, oh, is this weird? Why isn't it? It was like, oh, you've been signed out. Like, there's an error. And it turns out the whole like company and the systems have been hacked. And
Well,
it was down from like April to June, something like that. It was like a long. I don't know if it was that long, but it was a long time. But I just remember when it came back, you were given 2 free games.
Yeah,
One of my
what'd
games,
you get?
Little Big Planet and Infamous.
Okay.
Right.
But before that I had owned Infamous and I'd already traded it back in, regretted it. So then I was like, oh great, an opportunity to get it for free again.
Okay.
It's mad, but now, like, thinking about technology, how quickly they could get over that
Oh,
and
yeah.
be up within, like, the next hour.
Oh god, yeah.
Right.
Do you remember
Thank God.
Queens? Last
We got
Wednesday?
a cyber
Attack.
A cyber-
Queen's a cyber attack last
Yeah.
Wednesday. Because
Okay.
one of my lectures got cancelled because he couldn't like log
Couldn't
in
get
or
on,
sign
huh?
in.
I couldn't get any of my slides.
See, I was grand, I had no problems, but others around me did.
Yeah, I was affected.
So that's the video game portion of this podcast. We should kind of move on now. Does anyone have anything to talk about? Okay, I got something I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Nice save.
I got
Yeah.
something, I got something afterwards.
My
Uh,
God.
Do you guys have bucket lists?
a bucket list?
Yeah. Do you have a bucket list?
No.
No. Jack, do you have a bucket list? Why is this such a... I think everyone should have one. It's just, unless you make of things you want to do, like, it doesn't have to be, all before you die. That's when you usually hear about bucket lists, is like, someone finds out they're
Yeah,
dying,
they're dying.
and they're like,
I gotta do everything.
I got this bucket list to do.
You know what, that's interesting. I really think that Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman should make a movie about this.
Yeah.
Which
Whoa.
way is the bucket list?
Okay, I heard Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman, we talking about the bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
Have you got a bucket list?
Not a fully fleshed out one. I do have certain things that I want to do. Like, you've got the cliche ones like, oh, I want to go fucking skydiving. Yeah, everyone wants to
Do
do
you?
that. Adam. Yeah,
Do you really?
I would like that. But one that is just like, I don't know why it's stuck in my mind forever. I want to eat the spaghetti from Elf. Okay.
Oh.
Elaborate.
So there's
Elaborate for our viewers, aka me, who don't know what it is.
So there's a
Well,
classic
I
movie.
kind of get it.
There's a classic movie.
I don't know. I've watched the movie. I
With
just
Will
don't
Ferrell?
remember this part.
There's a scene in it where he gets spaghetti, and because he's so used to eating sugary things at the North Pole, he like puts chocolate and syrup and like Smarties over it and sprinkles, and he starts just eating it by mouthful. And I always thought, before I die,
Stand down.
I need to try that.
But like,
Am I buddy dear?
that's like something we could do tomorrow.
I
Why
know.
is that like a bucket list
Exactly.
thing?
Exactly, but I don't know. It's just something that's always stuck in my mind. Also, get arrested. Want to do that at some
Oh,
point.
really?
Yeah.
I
Get in a big bar fight. That could be fun.
Well, mister,
That's
you're under
probably
arrest.
going to happen sooner rather than later.
If they ever friggin' open.
I know.
After our coronavirus one.
You're made from your job. You know.
Talking about mine, I've wanted to kick down a door. I want to.
I've kicked the door.
Yeah.
And left
No,
my mark.
I'm
I
not.
fallen through a door.
I'm
once.
not going to do it just for fun. I wanted there to be a situation,
Like an emergency.
an emergency or something. A
Right.
door needs to be kicked in,
And you
that's
show your
like,
macho
you know,
strength.
you can see.
pretty much.
Set the scene. Homer Simpson falls asleep, has a cigar in his mouth, goes to the floor, burns his house down. Ned Flanders puts the door open.
Yeah.
You want to be that?
It
Pretty
depends
much.
on the door, though.
Wah,
Had to get
Doesn't
it?
Had to get my Simpsons in.
wah.
Well, I
Do you,
mean,
do you think you could kick down any wooden door?
It's-
yeah.
Like you could.
It's all about where you kick it.
Jack,
Yeah.
you could kick down the door to the Oval Office.
No, I
What'd
don't
be
think.
the point?
I
You
don't think I
wouldn't
would
be
get
in
that far.
I would love to, kind of an iteration on yours, Brady. I've never really thought about it till now. A battering ram. I want to use a battering ram because I want to know how hard it is. Because you always see in movies and TVs people spend ages trying to break down the door of a battering ram, and you have no concept of is it going to work.
Speaking of battering rams, I was rewatching Civil War recently, and there's a scene where the German police are in Romania looking for Bucky, and they knock down the door, and then Bucky obviously like gets them all on the ground.
What are you talking about, Captain America? Here?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's talking about
Right,
Captain
I
America
thought you
Civil
meant,
War.
like,
And,
fuck
Not the American
Yeah.
Civil War.
I whispered it on him.
And,
I think you mean fuck.
and there's a part where with his vibranium arm, he gets the battering
His arm's
ram.
not vibranium.
He gets his metal arm and like gets the battering ram and uses it as like a fucking tonfa and like whacks some guy in the knee. And I was like, golly gee, that looks painful.
Sure. Did anyone else share a bucket list?
I was thinking of one there now.
These don't have one.
No, I never.
You've never thought about
I
it?
was
I
thinking
think
of
it's a very like Gen Z mindset. Like we're never gonna die.
what gen are we?
But we are.
I feel invincible.
No, you don't.
I do.
Right, I was thinking of a bucket.
Go ahead, Jack.
I was thinking of a bucket list activity. I want to be next to a wheel.
You want to be next to a wheel.
I want
A wheel or a beach wheel?
I want to swim.
Jesus
I
Christ.
want to swim next to it. I want to swim.
I'm not laughing. I wouldn't.
I want to swim next to it.
It's funny. It's just the imagining you swimming next to a wheel is so funny.
No, I want to
Is that
swim.
alive?
I want to swim next to a blue wheel.
Right. Not the
Uh,
killer ones,
what? No, not a killer blue wheel.
What?
obviously.
No, I said a blue wheel.
Right, yeah, and
I wanna
I said
swim
not a
next to
killer
it.
one.
No, I want to swim next to a blue wheel. Also, I want to befriend a crow. Or
No, Jack.
This is
Do
the
you
wrong.
want to be Dr. Doolittle?
You're
or
really
something?
mistaken what a bucket list is
You don't know
for.
what a bucket list is, man.
I want to go back to Seville before I die.
Okay.
That's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do.
Do you have any, Paul? No?
There's
No.
got to be
I
something
don't
you
know.
want.
I don't know. It's something really I want to do.
You know what?
No, there's got to be something.
You know what was on my bucket list? Make Paul try a banana.
Do you know
Take
what's
that off.
on my friggin' bucket list? I went to Paris and I got one of those like sketches of me done, and I asked for like the comical one, and I look friggin' terrible. So I want like an actual one done, because ever since I've had some weird like face dysmorphia, they effed me up.
It's called a caricature, Carmen.
Yeah, the caricature.
You asked for it.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
thought like, oh, I'll look so cute. No, I did not. I look goofy.
Oh, whose fault is that?
Paul, would
Your
you not?
mom?
Would you not want to collect every retro console there was?
No.
No?
There's a cut-off point. Like there's like Super Nintendo's great, but I wouldn't play the games.
If someone
They're not my,
gave,
that's not my genre games. Like 2D platformers.
if someone gave you a good price for a Virtual Boy,
No.
what would you do?
I wouldn't buy it.
See, but
I'm a collector, but I collect things I actually want to play, not just to have. I know I just put out two
That's
PlayStation
good.
ones, like, but
You did.
that's for different
you
reasons.
collect things to use. You're not one of these people who just collects it and keeps it in the original packaging to just sit and
No,
collect
I would
it.
use it. Like,
But it's mint in box.
I wouldn't really go for boxes. Like, I go for cheap as possible.
So
I-
you really, what I'm hearing, and this is actually quite simple, is you have like no ambition
No,
to do anything.
no. I'm dreading getting a job.
Well,
What's
hopes and
on
dreams,
your
like-
bucket list?
What?
What is on
Kick
your
down a door.
bucket
Kick
list?
down a door.
Oh, right.
Kick down a door.
We went to
Be,
the list, I forgot.
be like CEO of like a company and have my own office.
Do you want to be a scumbag billionaire?
Pretty much,
You
yeah.
would be
Like not,
CEO
like-
of Watch That Bird.
like not even classic like guy wearing a suit, prim and proper. Like, hi, I'm the CEO. of
You're gonna
such
be
and
in
such.
like
I want to be the dude.
shorts and the skateboard.
No, I want to be the dude who's like, got the wrinkled suit, he's got the beard, he's got the cigar, and he's got like his feet up on his desk. That's what I want to
But
be.
that's not a
Right.
bucket list item. That's a goal. A bucket list thing is a one-off thing you can achieve. That's something you will have to actively
Wait, okay.
Are you
move
saying
towards.
are you saying I could befriend multiple crews?
I'm saying if you wanted to,
could, yeah.
if you wanted to spend a month now, you could befriend a crew.
Oh.
Becoming a CEO of a company is something you'll have to work towards for years.
Yeah.
Just
I did think of it though.
Skydiving
I
would
do
be
want
like
to. I do want to survive a high-speed car wreck.
Fuck, holy! Yeah. You should probably put that as the last one on the
Yeah.
list, just in
Yeah,
case.
Just in case.
Good golly me.
Why would you want to? What the
to
fuck?
survive it.
For the story.
But what if you're like crippled?
Just make up
What?
a
What if you're crippled?
That would be a good
Fine.
story, wouldn't it?
Not really.
Not really.
People would probably be like, how'd you end up in that wheelchair, man? And like, let me tell you the story.
You're assuming
Way
you can
more
still speak.
interesting than
What if you've survived and you
Almost
just
like a Michael Schumacher
can't
situation where you're just like,
a vegetable,
yeah.
essentially? I don't know if that's a bad
I
thing
don't
to
know.
say.
Him?
But
A vegetable?
It's,
No,
they're
that's
very
the-
private, so we don't know. They're very private about it. So.
No, he's just, he's in a coma, he hasn't woke up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're very private. Like,
It's been like 7 years.
2014.
Do you ever wish
yeah.
you could have like not nice to sleep.
It's not sleep though.
It's not.
That's not. No.
It's hell.
A cola
Well,
sounds
you
like
don't
one of the
know.
worst things
You don't
possible.
know.
Also, I'm sitting on. We've dubbed it the death trap chair because it's it's horrible to sit on.
Yeah.
I think it just broke some
no.
more. So
That brings your total up to like 5 chairs broken this year, or
I'm just
What
sort
are
of
you?
I'm like pretty much
Hang
squatting
on,
here right now.
broken that one.
Yeah.
bring it back from bucket list. So a
Oh, I
bucket.
just had a bucket list idea.
Did you?
Oh.
Oh,
go on.
too late. You missed the
No,
call.
no, go on.
I want to fly a fighter jet.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made sure that that's cool.
Do you know,
If you're
like,
ever doing that, bring me with you.
To
'cause I
be
like it.
any kind of pilot, you need like eagle or hawk eye vision.
I have crow eye vision
I don't know, to be honest.
from all the ones I've.
Your crews could like guide you for the skies.
I
like
just think
fucking old.
I just think corvids, not corvids are just really interesting birds.
Okay.
Like they're so smart.
How have you brought up birds again?
Only fucking birds
Have
is
you got
interesting.
any new additions at the pet shop? Here, you were trying to talk to Emer about rabbits. Did you not say like your rabbits were sick?
No, that was when we were getting them from like the ones we get them from now are a local supplier, so he obviously like cares about their health and all. Whereas the ones from like these international suppliers, they breed them in bulk for like appearance, and as a result, health wise, they're not always the best.
Aww.
No, but not with them rabbits. No, they're gone. They went on sale this morning, and every animal was sold.
Really? Oh, good for them.
Did you make any sales?
On animals,
Yeah.
just fish.
Good on you.
Fucking fish.
You love
Guy,
your
the
fish.
guy.
What was it?
I
What
want
would you call a
to
rabbit?
hunt a rabbit.
You want to hunt a rabbit? Just
A her or
Yeah.
a rabbit? A
Well,
her.
you said a rabbit.
Whatever. I want to hunt one of them.
Why a rabbit? Why not something bigger? I want to hunt a man.
What?
Nothing.
Are you some
Listen,
sort of? Are you some sort of man?
This is actually.
Dun, dun,
This is
dun.
something. This brings it back to when I worked in a pet store. I'm not afraid of any animal that I'm bigger than. Right?
Okay. A monkey.
If I'm bigger than it.
Nah.
Nah.
Like chimpanzees can fuck you up, man.
Yeah. No.
Hey, baby.
If I'm bigger than it, I'm not afraid of it. I think where I draw the line, pretty much, German Shepherd. All right, I might still be bigger than it, but that thing, like, if it gets on top of me, it would be a fair fight, I think. But like, I remember once working in the pet shop, this big Mastiff dog came in. It was
It was a massive
Mastiff?
mastiff.
it was fucking huge, right? It was like if it stood in the tiny legs, it would have been 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah, like there's a Doberman that comes into
Yeah.
work with an owner, obviously. Every few weeks, and it's fucking 7 foot on its hand.
But I remember looking at that dog
Woo.
walking in. Every time it would walk in, and thinking, if that thing gets on top of me, I could not fight it off.
Really?
So that's where that sort of comes from.
You see-
I'm not afraid of anything that I'm bigger than.
You see, I'm confident. I have 3 animals. And me and Brady must think about this a lot more than those
What?
normally. I have 3 animals that are on my no fuck with list.
Right.
Komodo
You would
dragon.
fuck some animals?
No, these are 3 animals that.
Komodo one of them.
No, if I ever I'm in a situation where I have to face them, I'm going to just let them kill me. Number 1, bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like grizzly bear. I'm not fucking with it. It's going to kill me. Number 2.
There's a rhyme about it.
What?
It's like, I can't remember the rhyme, but I just know the
You
end is
gotta
polar
make
bear.
yourself
It's a black
big.
bear. You have a chance with a black bear. I believe it's like a forest bear. You have to
Just what any bear, whatever the
I don't know,
biggest
polar
bear is,
You run away from a polar bear.
a bear that has like
Fuck
fucking.
bear.
Yep. Number 2, hippopotamus.
Oh yeah.
They come out of left field for some.
Who's gonna fuck with a
No,
hippopotamus?
I have seen videos
Exactly.
of hippopotamus.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Hippopotami.
I've seen videos of them fuck up crocodiles.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they will fuck you up. And 3rd, the animal I'm probably most afraid of that I will never fight,
Man.
gorilla. Man, I'm never fucking with a gorilla. Holy
No.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, if I'm bigger than it, I will have a fair go.
So this
Not unprompted, obviously.
So what I was
if it
Paul,
attacks me, I
Paul
will have
has
a
a
fair go.
life lesson here.
I heard it from another podcast I listened to, and the guy was talking about bears, and just because Alan brought it up, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, say goodnight.
So are polar bears like deadly as shit?
You stay away.
Yeah.
What if
That's
say goodnight to a polar bear? What if you're in the Arctic and it's during that time of year where there's like fucking no nighttime? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I think that's the reason why polar bears are so deadly, because
Anyway.
not only is it a fucking bear, but you're also like in danger of freezing to death all the time.
Carmen.
Are penguins alright?
Penguins
I'd
will
fight
fuck
a
you up,
penguin.
man.
Are they sound?
Man,
or would
I
they
could
go
probably.
for you?
I'm willing to say I could make penguins go extinct.
I'd
If
fight
I
a
wanted to.
penguin, yeah.
Do you ever watch Happy Feet?
No,
I went to the
never.
cinema and
Yes.
drank all of my juice before I went in.
The director of Mad
Great.
Max directed Happy Feet.
I know. What's
Speaking
that
of video
doing?
game tie-ins, I was going to bring this up earlier. The Mad Max game is pretty good.
I've heard
There's
that.
a game.
Yeah, and Carmen was asking what she'd name a rabbit. The last rabbit that was in, I was quite fond of. He was just pure black. I called him Nero.
That's quite good. I had a rabbit whenever I got a rabbit when I was 6 years old, and I want you to guess.
I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old.
I want you to guess what I called this
remember.
rabbit.
Jojo.
Jack's guessing Jojo. What do you think, Brady?
Roger.
What would you, at 6 years old, call a rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Bucktish.
The
What do you
answer.
call
The
it?
answer is not hard. I will tell you.
Jessica Rabbit?
No.
Paul,
Sacagawea.
I think I know it.
Right.
You don't get the
Why
truth.
did I not
I call
Yeah.
because I'm revealing it.
No.
It's my story, Carmen. Fuck off.
Was it?
It was called Six. It was called Six the Rabbit
Gosh darn it.
because I got it when I was 6. I'm a very literal person.
That's fantastic.
Also a contrarian.
How long did you have Six the Rabbit for?
Let's just say
Until
I had to get 8 pretty soon after. No, I don't actually know. I can't remember, but yeah, I don't have any recollection of having a rabbit, but I know I had one called Six.
That's fucking
There was an influencer on Instagram who called her
That
Rabbit Ruby.
That fucking word.
Yeah, influencer is such a stupid word.
Apparently, this sounds really bad. Influencers are about to die out.
Oh no.
Like the fucking
Yeah, from
dinosaurs.
the influenza.
No, see, like over, like just after Christmas, whenever we entered like the third
Big Brother
lockdown,
house.
so many influencers were over in Dubai working
Oh,
rabbit
yeah?
ears.
Really?
Ha. Yeah, and a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are like really angry at them because one from Love Island was all like, "Oh my god, I didn't realise this lockdown meant that you couldn't travel. Like our flight still went ahead, so I assumed it was okay." And I was like,
Give me a break.
you know, and they're like flaunting it. So like one of them, a different Love Island star, has realised that she may not have a future in being an influencer because so many people are kind of like cancelling her and trolling her on social media. So now she's had to look into different career paths. Good.
My dad told me a fact. I don't know if it's true. It'd be cool if it was. That outside of Ireland, the #1 exporter of Mash Direct is Dubai.
Mash direct, God.
Yeah.
Here, I found this out. Like one of another influencers
After you
over in
left,
England.
Side note,
That was
Dubai
a joke
has
in the
Gaelic team.
Mash
I'm pretty
Direct.
sure.
One of the other influencers in England ordered
talking
from a
about
website. She thought it was like in London. Turned out it was in Portugal, and she got charged some kind of like tax or delivery fee, which was like £14 because now we're no longer part of the EU.
Yeah, shit happens, bro.
But now I like, where is it safe to order from? I don't want to pay £14 for a delivery.
Then don't. Buy local.
But
Yeah, you may have to. That's the thing.
Retrenchment is shit.
but it's kind of sad. Has everyone got their Mother's Day cards?
Oh
no.
shit! Yeah, it's
That's
Mother's
on
Yes,
the
I will get my
14th.
mother a card. We all know about my mother.
It's for
I should
God,
probably.
I don't know,
do
9 days.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
So
hold
9
on.
days.
It's 14th of March.
Yeah, it's the 5th day at night. Yeah.
I think I need the piss.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're at R47, I think.
I could literally go for like another hour.
No, we're not doing
I
this.
do have a
No,
topic.
I was talking about
Yeah,
Mother's
Paul, our
Day.
special guest, has
Paul has
stuff to discuss.
Paul has a topic. Go pee,
I
need to pee.
might,
We'll talk.
I am drawing the line, right? I am drawing the line at 2.5
Really?
hours.
Okay.
2.5 hours. If this passes 2.5 hours, I'm just shutting it off.
It won't be that long, will it?
Okay.
I've got my mum, thanks Jeff,
I know these cunts.
a card which is like Nessa from Gavin and Stacey.
Don't touch the mic, you dick.
I'm moving it.
Move
Don't move the
away!
mic.
And then I've got her some mumblings.
Okay, we're getting too drunk.
And I
I'm
think
sober.
so that she doesn't have to cook, I might like order from like a carvery place.
Good for you. Paul?
Well, I was going to wait until Jack comes back. It was sort of I was going to make it like a recurring thing.
A recurring what?
I was going to say, like, if you know me, I like my music. If you've known my Spotify, I had, I think, 125,000 hours of listening last year.
That's fine.
I listen to music at night, so that's the reason why.
Uh-huh.
But I was thinking, I'd like to get to know everyone a bit more if I was able to listen to an album that everyone loves. Do you like one album that some person like, right, I can listen to that till the day I die. And I will go away, listen to it, and then bring next, if I'm on again, talk about that.
Do you
and
want us to come to a consensus on one album?
Or is it one
each?
each?
Either individually or...
Can I just say, Paul, I love this question. I think this is great.
Because I thought it'd be a great
is,
like, recurring thing every couple of weeks or
I think
months.
that is maybe the best thing that has ever been brought up
the
on this
best thing
podcast.
I've ever done.
The best thing that's ever been brought up on this podcast, for sure.
Because I have an album that I would love everyone to listen to. And I would like to... Because I know everyone here has different tastes.
Yeah.
So I would like to do the same. I would like to broaden my horizons. Because I listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
But it's the same lot of music.
Get to the fucking point.
Right, the album I love is by Weezer. It's called Pinkerton.
Bro.
Do you love Pinkerton?
You love it.
Oh, thank God. I knew you would love it. If you didn't love it, I knew you would.
Paul, this is going to be... this one's for all my emo friends out there.
Yes.
You're going to listen to the Black Parade.
Exactly.
Okay.
One of the inspirations
Exactly.
from Pinkerton.
I listened to Pinkerton, and I didn't like it. But I will give it another shot because I'm just not. That's not the type of music I'm into. But
Exactly. That's why I want to broaden my horizons because I'm not into your types of music.
Let's talk about the Pinkertons as an organisation.
No. Jack.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Genuinely, the best topic has ever been brought up in this podcast has been brought up.
What is it?
Paul has said we're each going to give him an album that we love,
Did
and
you
he's going to listen to
to
it.
the day you die?
He's going to listen to it and report back next time he's on,
Do you
which
want
I
like
think is
movie
great.
reviews where we all, I would write down, like, I have an iPad Pro, I spend a lot of money on it, so I like to write down the movies we watch. I write down most of the scenes so we don't forget. I would like to do the same for music.
So if we're talking about albums that we love to listen to,
I will make a
You've
list
got
of
to
it.
be some sort of Jimi Hendrix or something.
think so?
It's future nostalgia for Adam,
It's
obviously.
not. It's a great album. It's a difficult one.
Because I will, like, I'm on Spotify right now, I will search it and then save it in
See,
my playlist.
I have a few.
But that's what I'm saying, this can be a recurring.
This is
This can be
thing.
a recurring.
It's difficult to differentiate.
Pick the first one you loved of that few.
The first I loved,
Yeah.
You can write it
but
in
the
if you
first I loved isn't the one that I would pick overall.
Oh my God, Adam, stop being a
It's
bitch.
just
and do it.
Why are you
want.
annoyed?
This is nothing to do with
Yeah,
recurring.
why are you annoyed that I'm elaborating on the question Paul's given just because you had one album? Like, shut up.
I am
Adam, take your hand off his throat.
anticipating it so much. I want to know.
So, like, the cliche one, which I do listen to, is, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
Dark side.
Great band.
What's our song, Adam?
What is our song?
Bee Gees?
Oh, the Bee Gees, right? Don't know what it has to do with Pink Floyd.
No, because I just remember, like, oh shit, we jived something.
I really like The Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest. I know you like the Impulse, so that's
Oh,
why
I
I
know,
recommend.
Can I Kick It? It's a good
Yeah,
song.
the album that probably means the most to me that I like is called Tattoo, and it's by a dude called Rory Gallagher, who is from Ballyshannon here,
Oh, there's about Jordan.
and he's like widely regarded as you said, Bray, you thought would be like Jimi Hendrix, regarded, and there was an instance where Jimi Hendrix said he was the best guitarist ever, and he's from here, but he died when he was very young. That's it.
Okay,
That's great.
I'll go away and listen to it.
Yeah, it's a really good album. There's a
Where's-
couple of good songs.
Ballyshannon?
I mean, the Ballyshannon, I don't fucking know. It's just like there's a statue of him there as well.
Is it up north?
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's in Donegal.
Alright.
Oh.
That's really, I guess, because I don't know, he's just a great guitar player, and it always reminds me of like
Jimi Hendrix
family
really
and
said.
stuff. Apparently, yeah.
That's mad.
I feel like he says that. I bet there's been a couple instances where he
Yeah.
said that shit, but it was cool where someone asked him, how's it feel to be the best guitarist ever, and he said, I don't know, go ask Rory Gallagher, which is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Apparently, I don't know if this is the case, but my dad told me this, where the Rolling Stones, I think the Rolling Stones, was it their lead guitarist or was it the bassist died at one point?
Yeah,
So
I know what you're on about.
I think it was their lead guitarist died, and they were auditioning for new people, and they wanted Rory Gallagher to be the new guitarist in the Rolling Stones. So they invited him up to the hotel room to talk to him, and when he got up there, they were like all high as shit.
I think I've heard the story.
They're all high as shit and partying, and they were
Yeah.
like, you know what? Sorry, can you come back tomorrow? And he just never came back. He was like, you don't get a second chance. with me.
Did you ever,
Wow.
Brian Jones, yes, that was him.
Did you ever, we'll get the Karen and Jack's pick in a minute. I just wanted to say, remember that you were talking about Nickelodeon, Paul? Do you remember the show Ren and Stimpy?
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
Yeah.
great show.
Never watched
Did
it,
you
but
ever
it's great.
hear that Kurt Cobain, before he was famous, loved Ren and Stimpy so much that he wrote a theme song for them,
Wow.
and the producers of Ren and Stimpy threw it in the trash.
Yes, I do.
And then Kurt
I heard
Cobain went on and became Kurt Cobain.
I heard it recently, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just one of those things. Yeah. It's
I
mad.
always wonder, like, theme songs of cartoons or TV shows. So, like, Simple Plan.
Yeah.
Did they like Scooby-Doo, or were they just asked?
No, I think it is
I guess
you
we'll
like it
never
type
know.
of thing. Like,
Ren and Stimpy debuted August 91, Nevermind September 91.
yeah. Bowling for Soup did Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
was that them guys?
That was them.
Oh, I never
That's
realised that.
fantastic. And
It makes sense.
They did the song at the end of Sky High too.
yeah,
They were inspired by Weezer's Pinkerton.
exactly.
That's amazing.
I'll have to give Pinkerton another try then. You guys got one?
Um,
Jack?
This is a Lizzie McGuire thing.
Really?
No.
I guess I'm going first.
Yeah, of course.
First of all, I'd like to say I would love to go to Donegal again without throwing up on the drive 5 times.
When was this?
What does that have to do with anything?
Tell me about it.
Because
I've
we're
never
talking about Donegal there.
I've never heard of this before.
I went to Donegal, a family holiday. I may have been 8, I would say. I threw up like 5 times. One of those times was in a McCoy's crisp bag. I really couldn't cope with car sickness, but I think I have it under control now. My
Since you
album.
drive,
Yeah. You don't get like as car sick whenever you're the driver, you know.
probably a lot of
I
other,
think that's a fact.
probably a lot of other things on your mind when you're driving.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah.
music playing. Speaking of music, I think mine would be the best of ABBA.
Really?
album.
A compilation album?
Yeah,
You're
because
such a basic bitch.
I was like,
I have ABBA Gold on cassette.
yeah.
Well, my mum did, and she left it in my house, and see you later. That's all I'll say about that.
I was
Love her bits.
I was looking for all. I don't know. There was 4 albums on Spotify right there that I saw, and a couple from each album were in the 2 films, and I was like, "What the hell is 1979? I've never heard that." So, the best of is probably what I would go to.
See if
My
it's on.
favourite films: Mamma Mia 1, Mamma Mia 2,
Oh, I did love when
and
we
the
went to
Lizzie
Mum Way
McGuire
too.
movie.
I just felt so good coming out of it. Because then we went to
It makes you-
the Old Union and had a great night.
Yeah, that's right.
When
We
we
got a
made
wee
it-
bit drunk
When we
and I
waited
had
50 minutes on a
Just
It annoys me that I've never been to the old Union.
My God,
does-
why
annoys
didn't
me.
you, Jack? It was like
It was-
3 shots.
So
for
which
a
one, Carmen?
fiver.
There are 5 different compilation albums. Which one would you like me to listen to?
Why is there just a trash bag sitting outside the bathroom?
Because I'm the only one that cleans it.
For fuck's sake, I just tripped
No
over
worries.
it.
That was the one I saw, Paul.
That's yeah, but this isn't an album. This is a playlist.
Yeah.
That's
So-
about albums.
So-
just missed the point.
Here, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it
Because
had
there's
all
about-
the songs that I know and like.
3 hours and 34 minutes worth.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you go ahead and listen to all that. Basically, any song that's been in the movies.
I'm interested.
Why
Watch
not just
the
pick the
movies.
Mamma Mia?
I watched
Shut up. Watch the movie.
Yeah, we watched it.
Guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those songs.
What's wrong, Jack?
stop arguing.
I'm
Jack.
interested to hear Jack's answer to all
Yeah,
Which
so am I.
Rappington album am I listening to?
I'm glad you said that, Brady.
College dropout.
I'm interested.
Okay, we'll move on.
N-dubs against all odds.
No way.
Yep, really?
Did you ever hear N-Dub Strong Again?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Love that.
M-dubs?
No, I'm only joking. It's
Okay.
not fucking
Oh, but
N-dubs.
Right, no, but seriously.
You make fun of them guys. They're
I
good.
was supposed that Talisa used to do it, and she had a tattoo or something
Is that
called
what that's what they do?
Female Boss, and she used to be like, after each song,
Yeah,
with
sure.
her like arm in
What is
there.
it? Yeah, like that.
What is your album, Jack?
Just a little bit of a,
Not necessarily your favourite, just one that is like, what did you say, stayed with you through your life?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
Like an album, would you think you in like 10, 20 years time, if you hadn't heard it, you'd be like, oh, thank God, this is great.
Grimes, Visions.
Really?
Never heard of it, but I will listen to it.
Graham's wife of.
Who's Grimes?
Girlfriend
Musk.
of Elon Musk.
Wasn't it? I
Is
don't
that
know.
her?
Oh,
Yes.
the
Oh,
girl.
I've heard of her. I have heard of her then.
She.
You like her?
Jack does not want to
Who do
elaborate.
you like more, Grimes or Dua Lipa?
Do you know that's
Grimes.
just Stormzy?
Yeah.
For a long time, I thought his name was Grimesy. For ages, I thought
No,
his name
Grime
was
is the,
Grimesy. I know it's the genre.
genre.
I do like
No,
a couple his
I
songs.
love Grimes. It's either between Visions or Halifax. So
Well, I put Visions down, so I will listen to Visions. So Black Parade, Rory Gallagher, Best of ABBA, and Visions.
We should listen to one of these, or start listening to them after this, if we're just going to like chill.
Yeah.
Pinkerton could.
ABBA.
I would happily listen to Pinkerton.
Paul is the guest. We'll listen to Pinkerton.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I
I
just
love.
it's been a while since I listened to it, and every time I do, I'm just like, oh.
I love Weezer.
Yeah.
Weezer's one of those ones.
Did
They're
you
so-
buy tickets for their concert, the Hell Mega Tour?
I was going to.
I
They
did.
wouldn't got me off work, and so I didn't end up getting tickets.
I
Would-
have tickets for it.
Are they the one band? Like, obviously, no one can go see any live performances now.
Yeah.
But what is like the band or the performer that you would go see now if you could?
Foo Fighters.
Dead or alive?
Foo Fighters.
Say a live.
Foo Fighters.
Oh fuck!
Career
Fighters?
dead
My
or
favorite
alive.
band in the world.
James Blunt.
You're beautiful.
I would
Carmen,
die to
we-
see
we-
James
we-
Blunt
we
in his
Blunt.
early career.
Your music is
We
really
blunters.
questionable.
English James.
Jesus, you have to let me think about that.
Every song, artist from Gavin and Stacey.
Nice.
Okay.
Love it.
Because if we're counting for people who are dead,
Right?
I would probably go for Queen.
So here's the thing: if we're counting dead
Or
people,
Freddie Mercury, obviously.
I would do anything to see Bowie.
Be.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I'd
Boy
do
would be
anything to
class.
see Bowie live.
What was the Queen performance? Live Aid?
Yes.
Live Aid,
85.
yeah.
Imagine
Good, good.
being there.
I got Band-Aid.
No.
It was live.
Live
Aid.
Aid.
Was
Was
Band-
Band-Aid not 2004? There was another. They did. I don't remember.
Were
the
they
other
the
one.
Christmas one?
I can't remember.
I think Rage Against the Machine would be really good to see.
Rage Against the Machine would be pretty good. Metallica.
Dog would be fun.
Metallica would be fun.
Do you know?
Oh,
that would
did you do a
just-
rendition of Saint Anger?
It would just bring me back to being 15. Like,
Do you know what
That'd
I
be class.
think is amazing? The fact that now we have like Netflix and BBC iPlayer, so people's concerts that they want to document, like Beyonce has been on Netflix, and like what is it, like BBC Weekend, Glastonbury are all on BBC iPlayer. So people that I would never think I would get a chance to see, I've been able to watch on iPlayer playing,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
TV lessons, yes.
see,
Yeah, what is
Right,
it,
yes, teacher.
£155
Cutting
a year?
Right now,
Paul, go home.
right now, like my sister always said she'd take me to see Kanye if he ever came here. So I'd love to see Kanye.
Kanye would be class.
I've heard Kanye's really bad live though.
I'm sure
I've
he
heard
is.
the opposite.
So,
Really?
I've
but
heard
you
he's
know,
class.
you know who I'd like to see right now? The Weekend.
Yeah, my dad. I might be going to see The Weekend.
I like a Sniff and Glue song. Oh, no.
See,
No, I did the parody one for.
I couldn't believe
Sorry.
your sister
Go on.
didn't get us to know about that.
Yeah.
see, his new song "Save Your Tears" is class, and he has the whole fucking
The
prosthetic thing
I
going
seen the
on.
picture of that.
That was
But I
weird.
didn't know what it was about because I thought it was
Yeah,
just.
No, like,
I'm not
I
like
thought
in-
he got surgery.
No, I just
though.
had seen. I was like, well, he looks great. And it's made
his past few music videos have had some sort of like storyline to them.
He's one of those people. Right now, there's people going through these phases in their careers where they just can't miss. The Weekend, Ariana Grande, and Dua Lipa are like.
I
You
never
don't
listened-
even
never listened to
like
any of them.
Ariana Grande?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but I can't deny. I don't listen to her. I can't deny that these are just three people just fucking destroying it at the minute.
I think
Destroying in a good way.
Hang on,
In a good way, yes.
People are like that against Dua Lipa. There was
Really?
a video
Who's
where
against Dua
all
Lipa?
of
I don't know
her
much about her, like, but I'm not against.
all of
I
her
want her to put her
fans,
foot against my skull.
some of her fans were like waiting outside some hotel or building for her. So she ordered pizza and started handing it out to them because obviously they'd been there so long that they were hungry. And someone like put the video in reverse so it looked like she was stealing pizza.
Oh god.
No, I think
really funny.
I think
like 12 pizza.
I think Billie Eilish deserves a bit of credit. I think a lot of her music's,
I haven't really listened to her.
I don't know.
and also, I'm sorry I was so mean to you in the past, Aubrey.
Plaza?
I think Drake.
Who's
Is,
Aubrey?
I think some of Drake's music slaps pretty hard.
Yeah, Drake doesn't miss as well. But like, I wouldn't listen to Drake.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Most of the Drake music I listen to is because my sister is a massive fan of Drake, and if I'm ever in the car with her, she always plays like
I don't get the mentality of like hating a specific artist. You know, music is for different moods and like different experiences.
Well, that can be said about
Different people.
anything, where people are like, oh, I hate this person, I'm going to write a comment about them, and who cares? Why do you curse
So
them?
many people have opinions now, and I just think, like,
Everyone's always had opinions, Carmen. They just have
people,
a better way of articulating them.
Yeah,
some
different
people
platforms.
are going to enjoy something that you don't like, and the best thing to do, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all.
I would agree, but you have berated Jack quite a lot. And
Yeah.
without having something nice to say
Because he's
about
a
him.
bitch.
Well, then you just contradicted yourself.
No,
So yes,
I'm talking about
respect
famous
other
people.
people's opinions. They're different for a reason, unless it's Narnia, which in that case,
Yeah.
suck a dick. Fuck that.
No!
If you think
Talking loud, motherfucker.
Narnia
Even-
is better than Lord of the Rings, go get medical help.
Aslan
Actually,
fucking
jump
names.
off a bridge.
He, like, says the word die without actually saying it, and it breaks you. Go away!
Not me. Like,
Jack,
what was
you
that?
can't talk shit. You've not seen
I haven't
Lord of
talked.
the Rings.
I didn't
You're
talk.
gonna- yeah.
Yeah, you're
Why did you
lucky.
pick on him? I haven't seen it either.
She fucking hates me.
Paul,
Colin
you
picks
hear
on
me?
Jack because Jack's a weak target.
Jack, it's because we're
He's
so
alone and he's
similar.
the target.
Yeah.
We're not similar at all. You're.
Oh, you guys are so
I'm
similar.
what?
I'm shipping you guys every day.
So
I'm
hard.
thinking of it.
You know what? You all have lovely bottoms.
Carmen's
Oh,
like,
thanks, Paul.
Carmen's loud and angry. Jack's like
Angry and quiet.
Right.
angry and violent.
I gotta say,
I feel like Jack would read a lot.
I've been binge watching Modern Family over the last week. I'm on season 4 now. Gloria, Sofia Vergara, she's like very loud. She's very loud and like, yeah, kind of bitchy but not. And like I've been adopting that behaviour into my everyday actions. I don't mean to, but if there's anything Spanish, I'm just gonna live it.
I don't know what's happening to you two on this podcast because you've been fighting with me all this week.
When?
You've just been fucking having a go. Not
When?
even having a go. You're just fucking yapping, Carmen.
Really?
What are you doing?
When?
I
Give
just
me
think-
examples.
I
Right?
just think you should save the dancing for the dance floor.
Oh yeah.
When have I been yapping at you?
You definitely yapped at me for something today, and I can't remember what it was.
I definitely didn't, did I?
I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't.
Was I there?
No, I just asked.
So
Are
people-
those Tresemme bottles empty?
I find it funny.
And they were empty,
I-
so I threw them out.
I find it funny how you can much sooner think
Bit-a-bit-a-bit-a-bit-a-bit.
much sooner think of your favorite video game than movie. At least in my case. What's your favorite movie, Brady?
Donnie Darko.
Paul? Resident non-movie buff.
You can't just ask a question like this.
No,
This
I
is
got asked this question.
Out
yesterday.
of the 5
On the
movies you've
spot.
seen, Paul, what's your favourite?
No, I got asked this
The
yesterday.
Simpsons movie?
No, I got asked this earlier actually. Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Because I watched it 3 times in 1 year, and I was like, well, I've watched it 3 times, I must like it.
That's okay.
Yeah, weird. I know it's weird, but that's
Adam.
I think we know Adams.
Do you?
Fist and Fire.
I have no idea. What do you think it is?
Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, Kung Fu Panda is a great movie.
I would say
I would say it's
I
my
would say
favorite.
Kung Fu Panda, my
One.
9th birthday.
Ah,
Great day.
That's a hard one. That is hard.
Quick, on the spot.
I know you don't like it, maybe, but I would probably say it's Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
I think that movie just has such a vibe.
I've always wanted to watch it.
It's
Can I be next?
I didn't like
Whenever we do
Could be.
10 things I hate about
Jack
you.
didn't like in 1,000
you
years.
and your sister are like so on to like all the quotes and like
He's
quoting
just-
every day, and
It's
I'm like,
just
oh,
so good. It's such a strange vibe of a movie.
I love it.
Spent my uncle in Alaska hunting wolverines. Did you shoot any? Yeah, like 50 of them.
Adam learnt the Napoleon Dynamite dance in like 30 seconds.
I think I know what Carmen's is as well.
Oh, I wonder what it is. Is it possibly Angus Phones and Perfect Snog?
That's what I would have said.
I would have
thought
said
it was
Lindsay
Mamma
McGuire movie.
Or the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Hey now.
Hey now!
What was the point of this exercise, Jack? What's your favourite movie?
I don't know. See,
Transform.
I'm afraid because
Michael Bay's Transformers.
when you were mentioning all your favorite films, I was like, fuck, I don't have an answer.
But that's okay. You're
No,
not-
it is
You
hard.
asked us the question.
Why would you ask it?
No, there are multiple.
That's
Like,
okay.
there's.
You don't have a favorite?
See, I think the idea of having favourites is kind of stupid.
No.
It's like having a favourite best friend. It just doesn't happen.
No. There is.
Adam's
definitely-
is obviously me,
Amen,
but we're not
brother.
talking about that.
No
You're
matter
nowhere near my best
what
friend,
you
though.
do.
I don't have a best friend because apparently all my friends are imaginary.
Yeah, that's true. No, but no matter what you do, if you're doing something where, you know, watching a movie, playing a game, you're always going to have a favourite. You can't say that two things are completely equal in your head.
But it's a favourite at that moment in time. We're
they do
dynamic
change.
people, we change.
Yeah. And at this point, my favourite movie is Donnie Darko. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, it probably would have been Iron Man.
Yeah. So is it really a favorite? But I'm talking about things that, like, not even, like, as nuanced as that. You know, movies are a bad example.
Fuck are you laughing
5 years ago, my favourite movie is Angus Thorne's The Perfect.
You don't watch that movies, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, like, the classic example is favourite colours.
Pink.
Is it kind of stupid to have favourite colours?
Yeah,
But
mine
we
was,
all do. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
Mine was red, blue, now pink.
I think we all just have. I mean, I don't know what you use. My favourite colour is the colour I like to wear the most.
that's a weird colour.
Not even close.
No,
Black?
I never wear my colour.
I no red.
You don't wear that.
I always wear
He
red
does wear
shoes.
red.
He wears
right now.
he wears
Always wear red shoes.
he wears
Are they
the red
burgundy?
checkered shirt
Yeah.
open the odd time.
And the only other colour apart from black in my tattoos is red.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I wore pink eyeshadow once. And
My favorite movie is
A girl in Stradivarius was like, oh my god, I love your eyeshadow. And from that moment on, pink.
You were partners.
Is there like a movie code to do with pink?
Loved her. What?
Is there like a movie code to do with pink?
Well, anything legally blonde. Yeah, probably.
On something we wear pink or something?
Oh, I changed my mind.
On
Legally Blonde's my favourite
Wednesdays,
movie.
we wear pink.
Is that what's that
Mean
film?
Girls.
Oh, I remember the quote, seeing the quote from places.
Yeah. There was one day, like a couple of years ago, where it was a Wednesday, and it was also October 3rd.
It was a Wednesday.
So it was like
Wow.
it was like the biggest Mean Girls day in the world.
So, Jack, what was your favourite movie?
I don't know.
Are you joking?
There's something about The Fifth Element that I love. I think my taste in games is better than my taste in films because I mean, I will defend Aquaman to the death. I'll defend Independence Day to the death.
Independence Day is a good movie, though.
It-
You know,
exactly.
woman got fired from Aquaman too.
You!
Thank God, now I can
Who is
watch it.
Amber Heard.
Who's that?
Hashtag
The
justice
one
for Johnny.
with Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Do you remember
it
the
is.
whole like abuse scandal?
Right,
No.
we're not talking to Paul
Okay.
about this. We'll tell him later.
Podcast.
Yeah, we'll
I,
tell
I,
him later.
I would consider myself like sort of out of the loop of most
Yeah.
things. I sort of like
Hashtag
sheltered life.
all you need to know,
We love
Paul.
Johnny Depp.
All you need to
Okay.
know. Hashtag justice for Johnny. Jack,
Justice for
continue.
Johnny.
Uh,
Alright, I don't know.
well, the Transformers films clearly have a near and dear place in my
More
heart.
than meets the
That's so
eye.
strange. Why? What? Transformers? Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
Let him like what he likes.
Is that puny human sarcasm?
Hey, Connor.
You said I was from fucking Lima Valley earlier and found it funny.
Hey, Connor. How drunk are you?
No, Jack, right, I gotta say, you have to stop this. Jack and Adam keep going, fucking It's getting me
Jesus
so
Christ.
annoyed.
Look at that waveform.
I know.
I was talking away from the microphone too.
Is ever like no, that whole thing comes from the fact that like people who say the F word, not the one you're thinking of, Carmen.
The derogatory
when they
Jack, why?
when they say fuck, they put a lot of emphasis on like the fucking.
Get the fuck.
See that fucking wanker who works.
Why have you just gone like, no, I don't like that accent on you, don't do it again.
What?
Lads, I am like genuinely getting nicotine withdrawals. Can we like wrap this up?
No, hour and a half is kept.
It's been 2 hours and 12 minutes.
You said 2 hours 30 minutes, Brady. We got an hour 18 minutes in us.
me.
No, we don't.
What are we
Jack,
talking about?
if we get the 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'm smoking in your room, buddy. Sorry to tell you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm either smoking in your room or in the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always a third option.
You go have a smoke and we'll stir the shit.
What were we talking about? I forget.
Movies, my favorite movies.
You seriously still haven't came up with your favourite movie?
really
I was
haven't.
gone.
Wait,
This can be a cliffhanger. Next time on the podcast, we will
No,
find
Paul,
out Jack's favourite
Paul,
movie.
There's fucking 16 minutes and 35
No,
seconds
no,
left.
no.
25 seconds?
Are we doing 2 hours and a half? Because I really need to.
2 hours and a half? It's like
Some people say 2.5 hours.
I think we can call it here.
It's only because Brady doesn't want to listen to 2.5 hours.
Next
Listen,
time.
it's
Next
been 2 hours
time.
and 13 minutes.
I'm
But still,
thinking of.
Try your best, but you don't.
I was gonna say Coldplay is an album.
We did-
Album take.
We didn't even get through all our favourite colours.
I'm thinking the next time I go on a walk, I want to have like sufficient material to listen to.
Okay. Carmen, no. Okay. We'll end. Everyone give their favourite colour. Then we're all going to shut the fuck up. We're going to end it.
Yeah.
We'll have a little drink. We're going to listen to Pinkerton.
you're going to do a proper outro.
Yes.
Yes.
Brady, your favourite colour is red.
It is red.
That's a good favourite colour. What's your favourite colour, Jack?
I'd say purple or grey.
Jack!
Give one fucking
Pick
answer.
one!
Purple.
Pink!
Good answer. Mine is also purple.
Burgundy.
Awesome.
Burgundy. Wow. Well, thank you very much for listening to this extended episode of What's That Brick podcast. I hope... Oh, no, there's a bass line coming down.